He returns. He does indeed. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's yet another Final Fantasy 11 stream.
What is going on here? Breakfast!
Hell yeah! What the heck-a-doodle are we doing today, chat? We're gonna get ourselves into some summoner shenanigans. Or summoner nanigans. More like. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Search comment is already entered. And we are gonna lift this thing off the ground. Let's do it.
Can I get a oh yeah?
Alright, I've already included it in my search comment. Level sync 45 plus only, please. I don't want none of that. Having to worry about none of that XP loss. Because it sucks. It's bad, and it should feel bad. TBH, LOL. Camp can be anything. You can't even see this. Well, no, you sort of can. I'm just completely blocking it. And burn, I think this is probably going to raise some eyebrows, but burn equals no thanks. I'm not interested in just being a vehicle for skill chains, and then that's pretty much it. I like imagining, coping, maybe a more appropriate word, that my various spells and utilities are doing more than just acting as fuel for like a mob to come in and then just get blown to shit. I want the experience of 6 complete or relatively complete individuals coming together and making a beautiful dead monster sandwich using their respective abilities and stats and personalities and stuff like that. And I'm sure I'm gonna feel that way, you know, all the way up until somebody's like, hey, I know it's only been about 3 mobs, but I gotta go, man. I gotta wash my balls. I didn't realize it was ball washing o'clock. I'm out of here. Hey Sophie, how you doing? Boa, hello. Boston, good to see ya. Soup? What soup? Like, you have soup or you're asking for soup? Because I can't give you anything. I can give you bananas and unsulfured ginger slices, if that would interest you in some way. Other than that, you're just gonna have to fucking sit there and wait with your jaws unhinged, preferably, for me to just insert dopamine inside. Okay? That's all I can do. That's all I can do for you. If you want me to do more than that, you gotta sub, brother. All right, that's how this works. I feed you dopamine. You give me a pittance that I will then take and reinvest into Steam sales, probably, or I guess food and water and shelter and replacement clothing, specifically pajamas, if at all possible. So we're gonna flag up. I'm gonna unanon because I got a bunch of unsolicited tells asking me to do burns, which is half the reason why I don't want to do burns, because the people that do burns do also being the same type of person that reaches out to you if you're not flagged up looking for party. And yeah, I don't want to reinforce that headspace because it sucks. Yeah, I said it. Is it controversial? Yeah. Am I gonna scream it to the stars and the moon? Yeah, I'm also gonna do that. I don't think I'm gonna get picked up right away. I have not given any undue or due consideration to the possibilities out there. I have not looked into camps. I have an idea for one if it comes to it. If after 45 minutes or so we're not picked up by somebody, then we'll be the change that we want to see in the world, just like we typically do. Other than that, while we're waiting, let's play some Baldur's Gate 3. How about that? Oh my god, Baldur's Gate 3, but I thought that you were playing Final Fantasy 11. If you're new to the channel, prepare to have your mind effing blown. Okay? If this works correctly. Bam. Look at that. On demand Baldur's Gate 3. And the indication that's just below saying, hey, if you're here for Final Fantasy 11, this is just to let you know. There's no Final Fantasy 11 to watch right now. Just wait there. Just sit there. Just wait. Just wait patiently, and your dinner will get served to you when the time comes. We're looking for party. I need to give you some kind of endorphins or serotonin. If blood and gore isn't splattering your faces every second, you guys start snoozing. So this is my solution. Okay, people do be being pretty receptive to it and all that. Let's turn the music off. All right, and then I just got to make sure I'm not like blowing out your ears. Okay, that should be about as loud as I probably want it to be. Maybe I'll lower it even a little bit more than that because it do be clicky and whatnot. It do be making sounds when I press stuff. Audio, master volume, take me down to like 80. How about that? That seems to have influenced. Not at all. All right, how about this? Audio, 50. Is that better? Mr. Stoic, say something. Say something. Yeah, we'll talk to Laziel. That sounds good. I am not ending our fling. I fully intend to bang you. That's still on the docket. Let's talk to Shart.
It seems like Will and Karlach will play nice from now on. Saves us having to pick sides.
It seems like it's not even that. It doesn't even seem like it's that less. Like that less loud. The hell is that? Audio 25 20. How about this?
Blessings upon you.
Okay, that was better, but now it seems too quiet. This is why you audio balance in post chat. No, that's too quiet. What if I set it to 69? Would that be better? We'll leave it at 69 and then you tell me if it's too loud. All right. I know you remember what we were doing. Let me give you some context. I'm an Oathbreaker Paladin. I mean, I technically have got my oath back now because I paid the 1,000 gold because the game, for reasons that are probably fucked and mechanical, won't allow you to make any kind of changes, any updates to your build. So I got a feat that I didn't like, and now I wanted to undo that feat and get different feat because, you know, I'm all about the feat, right? And the game was like, lol, no, you have to completely restore your faith. I'm assuming it's something mechanical that it wouldn't let me do it. I stole the $1,000 back from the Oathbreaker Paladin, so we're good there. But we're bad is basically it. We're a bad, we're a naughty paladin that deserves lots of spankings. So we're just running around, we're just completing random things, looting random things, whatever seems good. I did make sure to turn genitals off.
Scream or bang!
Okay. Gore, totally fine. If you're a gore stan,
Come to see your friend.
totally okay on Twitch.
Come and join him if you like.
Lady boobs or man
His work is sloppy.
man dong?
He'll kill the prisoner too quickly.
Absolutely not. Prepare to be destroyed. Performance? What do I have as like a performance? Oh, for my charisma. And then guidance me, Shart, if you don't mind. Ooh, critical success, gamer luck. Let's go.
Bingo! Bing, bing, bingo!
What? Think you can do better? Go on then. Have at it.
Fine. Let me show you what real talent looks like.
No, please.
Face the prisoner. Consider the implements provided. Then...
Oh, I should also explain that in addition to me being an Oathbreaker Paladin who's also evil, I also have the Urge background. I'm not sure what happened to him in the before times and the long ago. All I know is that I am here to do some naughty stuff. Okay, I'm gonna pulverize his shriveled nethers with the spear butt. Laziel likes it. Asterion likes it. Me too, my brothers and sister.
Please, stop.
God damn, it went right through the cloth,
Now we
man.
got. Being soft ain't gonna make him scream.
This is a Christian Minecraft stream, by the way.
I don't know why.
Right in the
But you're
deek.
really good at this.
Oh, I know why. I've done it to plenty
You
of
never
people.
want this
And I'll do it to
perfect
plenty more
moment
people.
to come to an end.
Okay, sweaty. How about that? Treat him to a refreshing stretch. If this doesn't break
The
my
prisoner
oath
smiles through
again,
the
I don't know
pain,
what's going to.
Then spits in your direction.
Okay, prepare to be destroyed.
One in every hell. And he was just about to scream. Get out!
What do you
Out!
mean? I did nothing wrong.
You know something. What, you still here?
I might kill you. I might kill this man.
What, you still...
I was doing a perfectly good job.
You look rabid, pained, sick. You're spasming and twitching. You poor thing.
Shut up. I'm trying to talk to Hysterian. Oh, man.
Well, so far, my tadpole and I have been nothing but best friends. Something else is happening to you, isn't it?
I think I'm literally the
You
incarnation of
have
evil. I'm not
bouts of
sure.
swooning and swaying. And your
Shut
jaws
up.
grinding like
Shut
you're
up.
poised to chew off your tongue.
God, he keeps streaming while I'm trying to have a
Do take care
conversation.
of yourself.
So turducken rude. Is that what you wanted to say to me? Oh my god, this guy. Such a baby. It's like he's never been literally torn apart before. Don't mind me. Take this garnet and run. So I've never gone past Act 1 before. I promise you I'm paying attention to chat. If somebody... Shut your mouth! If somebody sends me a tell, I'm gonna respond to it. Okay, this guy I know I want to talk to. I'm gonna quick save just to be sure. I'm also gonna improve my performance a little bit. Again, stuff that I should have done in testing. This is like behind the curtain type stuff. NVIDIA DLSS. Quality. Yes, accept. Does that make it run better? It does considerably. I think. It at least makes it stable 60. Or above 60. That's what we want. Now this guy's a freak.
Greetings, child.
Just like me, I
I've
suppose.
met few aside from goblins here.
You recognize the scourge. This man is a follower of Leviata, goddess of pain.
Yeah, me too, brother.
Ah, are you also here to assist with the prisoner?
I tried. I showed them what a
Quite
master could
right.
do, and then I was apparently too good at my
invited
job,
to
so they kicked
teach
me out.
them. I live for pain and its intricacies, you see.
Uh-huh.
But alas, they insist on being so primitive.
So
Pain
true.
without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree?
Slow down, I'm gonna spurt. Sorry.
I often feel like I like raw pain too much. And italicized, it scares me.
Forgive me, but that look in your eyes, something terrible has happened to you.
I feel an endless nausea, and that only goes away when I'm killing.
Do not be ashamed, child. What I see in your eyes, in your soul, is only natural.
Are we gonna kiss?
We've all suffered in these
Is this...
times.
Because if you want to throw
It is
down,
little
I'm not...
wonder you bear scars.
I really got the
of
time for that.
pain and anguish. Please, let me alleviate this pain.
This guy's gonna spank me. And then he's gonna spank her. Oh my god. How would you do
As
that?
the maiden of pain, the goddess Loviatar teaches us through penance, administered by
Penance.
my skilled hand. My work can grant peace and
When the penance
serenity,
hits.
the likes of which few experience. It will be worth it. I promise.
I must see this. Don't you dare say no.
Sarian, I can tag you in, bud.
This
if
man
you
is of
really
common
want.
stock. Only the poorest of men need settle for the spectacle of their own gore.
Oh, so true, bestie. I mean, the voice in my head. Why not?
I have
Shadowheart
something
likes that?
exquisite in mind.
Shadowheart's kind of a freak, huh?
Both Loviatar and I are interested in how you handle pain, dear one.
Man, the evil side is full of fucking
And
weirdos,
should
huh?
you delight her, you will most assuredly receive her most gracious blessing.
But I do think I get something
Trust
significant
me.
from this. I just can't remember.
Simply face the wall, and we can begin.
Okay, like full spread what? Or what?
Face the wall and let us begin.
Oh, not that wall. Well, you didn't specify. Okay, hit me. Okay, studying my heart.
X3.
The pain you suffer will cleanse you. Do not fight it.
No, I'm good. That was literally 1 damage. I'm gonna intimidate him. I'm gonna call him a bitch. I'm gonna spit on his face.
You want more? As you wish, dear one.
This is,
Would
I
you
don't
have
know.
joined up with him if you'd known he'd be indulging in this sort of thing, Astarion?
I mean, I had my hopes.
I'm surrounded by freaks. This is what Final Fantasy 11 players want, isn't it?
Wonderful.
When you tune into my
Just
channel, this is what you're
wonderful.
asking for, basically. You look tired. Should I take over? I'm keep goading him on.
Wonderful. You want more?
Are you trying to
Give it to you.
do me with an ostrich
Who knew
feather?
our friend had so much blood in them?
Try not
Come
to
on,
lick
stop
your
being a
lips as you
baby.
say that.
You literally didn't. I was watching.
That's it. Welcome the pain. Let it become part of you.
I swear, chat. There's something good at the end of this road. I don't remember what it is, but something told me to go in here and start talking to this individual. So we're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going. I would recommend, though, that perhaps this is too late to preface this, that you put some headphones on if you haven't already. Just so that your dad doesn't come flying through the door and going, "Are you winning, son?" And then you have to explain, "Son, why is the half-naked man squealing in pleasure as he hits the night man?"
I hope that's a promise, dear one.
Yeah, fuck me up. Hello, Rands. You come in at the right time.
You bore the pain like a true believer.
You didn't even get through half of my health,
I'm
bruh.
proud to have served you.
You're a
this
third-rate
penance.
duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
You barely cracked my armor, man. You should have told me to take it off. You could have hit me
You're
much harder.
starting to sound like the goddess herself, dear one.
Yeah, kinda.
Loviatar
Flips my hair.
herself found your performance inspiring. She has deemed you worthy of her blessing.
Hit me with it. Give me the stat. I don't know. I don't remember what it is, but do me. What the hell is that? Did my man just dust me with breadcrumbs? What was that?
And on a personal note, thank you. That was positively divine.
If this is what I sound like when I'm about to kill people, I think I need to correct my prerogatives a little bit. What did that even give me?
You wouldn't have the grit.
My oath was broken because I tortured somebody? Hell yes. I need to go to camp and contemplate what happened and what comes next. Pain is a path to clarity. When you have 30% hit points or less, you gain +2 to attack rolls. Hell yes, dude.
Can I pet that dog?
No.
Can I pet that dog?
No,
Can I pet that dog?
Oh shit, you're right. This isn't actually Thousand Arms. There's no mod that's been put on this, no patch or texture updates that have happened. I'm just gonna leave it. I can't be fucked. This was a last minute decision. I didn't even test audio balancing, which is a super naughty thing for me not to do, because I'm normally such a good boy about it. Ooh woo. Ara ara. Awoo. Let's go to camp. Let's talk to the Oathbreaker. Where's he at? Where's my boy? There he is.
Your resolve changes with the wind, Oathbreaker. Speak.
I broke my oath. I am not sorry. I will become an Oathbreaker once more.
Aside your oath, you will be reclaimed.
Yes. Do me.
Sticking out your gap where there is lurk.
Oh god, he's so big.
You're so Phantom Tax.
Oathbreaker.
I just wanna be your Sigma.
What that Oathbreaker do, am I right, guys? Oh man. This is the part where my character starts squealing, Oathbreak me, daddy.
The darkness.
I don't know if that's too far or what, but it sounded good in my head. I wanted to get Oathbreakered, okay? The whole reason I got un-Oathbreakered was because I don't need Bless. Shart has Bless. Let's do Divine Favor, no thanks. Searing Smite, because it gels with my weapon is good. Divine Favor is kind of cute, but it's also kind of shitty. I don't know if I want Divine Favor. All the rest of these are totally fine. This is good. We'll accept this. I'm Oathbreakered. I can accept one more spell. What would I want that spell to be? I only really want one concentration spell on me, and that's probably going to be Heroism, which is basically something that's going to keep me, quote unquote, regenerating a little bit at a time. Divine Favor is cute. All these need concentration. Maybe I pick up Shield of Faith in case I need to do some kind of escort quest, like that one lady in Bandcamp when I needed to protect her against the witch, and I ended up taking the thing that was going to keep her husband alive, the wand, and keep it for myself. But Oathbreaker Paladin is very cool. It's like a Necromancer Paladin hybrid. You still get the Paladin conversation choices, which is very interesting. So you don't completely lose out on things. What do I want to do? Probably this. Yeah, it can also control dead, which is cute. Dreadful Aspect is... what do I want to do here? Well, not organize this stuff so I have like some frame of reference. You're just a bad boy? I am. I haven't fully given into the urge because there's some urge reactions where you'll be talking to a pretty important or seemingly important NPC. Like, I'm talking about like possible party member type stuff, and the urge will just make you like incline you to snap their neck or like pee in their Cheerios or basically do that thing that they do in Japan, I guess, for sometimes for fun, where they combine their four fingers and thumbs together, and then they shove your four fingers into a person's butthole when they're not looking at like max force. You know what I'm talking about, right? You've seen TV. You've been on the internet, I'm sure. Or Oathbreaker, that's what I wanted. I don't intend on making any quote-unquote wrong choices in future, so with my main at least. So we're good there. Is there anything in here that I would want? No.
Don't want to draw any attention.
The Screed of the Willing. Probably want to take some of this stuff just to have it to sell.
How will you do that? Time for discretion.
Ritual Dagger me.
A little souvenir.
Guard of the Willing, Ritual Axe. What about this? There's a backpack here.
I must try this technique. All's well that ends.
All right, we need to get out because he's gonna start noticing his stuff is gone.
One day I'll catch a break.
And that would be a real silly biscuit for. Excuse me, why is no one coming? Hashtag fisting. Very true. Oh, here's the guy. Gribbo, let him out.
Don't go bothering my pigeon. He's mine.
We're gonna play this for about 15 to 20 more minutes, and then we're gonna have to, I guess, be the one that makes the party, which is fine. Do you have plans for this pigeon?
Keep him safe. Listen to him coo. Till I gets hungry or some such. What's it to ya?
Can I romance Gribbo? Your pet is rather a famous writer.
Him? Nah.
I mean, those side bangs aren't just for show. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, chat? You know what I'm saying, chat?
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy?
I was admiring him.
Catch one on your own.
I will butcher you like a pig
As
in this
the
tiny room.
symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I'm gonna intimidate you. Prepare to be intimidated. Ooh, get intimidated harder.
All right, calm down. I don't want no trouble. Here's the key. Pigeon's all yours.
Don't mind if I do.
Look at this. I'm quite saved. A joy to see a familiar face in such a precarious setting. I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for eons.
You know what else lives on for eons? Gold you owe me.
What's a bit of metal between allies, hmm? I'll do one better. Tell me where we can meet each other once we've slipped the goblin yoke. And I'll offer much more than gold. Knowledge, my friend, is priceless.
I don't like the cut of your jib, Volo. How'd you get caught?
By design, my friend. How better to learn the ways of a people than to live among them? I dare say the experiment has proven most fruitful, too. I'll be happy to share my findings once we've found somewhere safe to parley. An invisibility potion,
How'd you slip the
my
yoke?
friend.
How'd you get away?
A bit less refined than your mendacious methods, but by God, it'll do the trick.
What does mendacious mean? Mendacious. Not telling the truth or lying. Are you calling me a liar? I ain't calling you a truther. Go to my camp.
Smashing.
We'll talk there.
Soon, my friend. Soon we can share a flagon of something liquid and a tale of daring do.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
slip away when the coast
Bond
is
over
clear.
some Twisted
See you
Teas and
soon,
Angry
my friend.
Orchards and
I
Seagram's
simply can't
Escapes.
Wait to pick your brain.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh my god!
Alright, then you're gonna compulsively steal everything. I'm required, if it's not nailed down, I need to pick it up. Burlap sack me. What that big sack doing? Give me a sweet potato, cabbage. What is this? Your Elminster? I ain't reading all that. You guys, if you want to pause, if you go on to youtube.com/@symbolprostoic and you want to stop the VOD exactly on that point, go right ahead, be my guest. I am not reading all that. Okay, I'm sure there was some very important and interesting lore in there. But I, for one, it's against my character arc to read like more than one paragraph at a time. Part of being an oathbreaker is breaking the oath of knowledge to yourself. Just put it down somewhere, it's fine. That can go to Styrian. I will take the gold. No, I don't want to go downstairs. I don't want to go downstairs because it's going to trigger a series of events that are going to suck for me. I think I need to go downstairs in order to find the dude. Yes, I don't want to be down here.
All right,
I will, however, loot. I will loot a little bit. We'll pick up some stuff.
Never wanted the easy path. These boots have seen
So I'm playing
everything.
on the normal difficulty. I have considered swapping over to tactician because while I am being put through my paces and encountering some fights that are clearly not where I should, what I should be dealing with at this current juncture.
Any attention right now.
I'm also aware that I'm building basically like a vault of answers to questions that have not happened yet.
Never wanted the easy path.
And I like struggling. Sometimes it's nice to have my ass handed to me, and that was also something I got a whole lot of. When I was fighting the hag, who was level 5 and I was 3. I do want to consume a animal speaking potion, and I would like to talk to the rat.
The foul stench of slaughter turns suddenly sweet through the rat's nose. Blood smell, life smell. Not like the great hollow below, which smells only of death.
Rats off to you, my friend, for the information. Ah, fuck. I make jokes. We joke around here. Wouldn't crate me. There's some pretty valuable stuff here, chat. Some pretty valuable stuff. I would say that we should probably go and steal a whole lot of business. We're gonna go over here. I'm gonna quick save because I'm a coward. I'm gonna quick save, and then I'm gonna talk to these people, and then I'm gonna probably drink an invisibility potion, take all the gold, and then we'll make a party.
I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the absolute.
By Vlaakith's blade, a geich.
Nothing. Must be reading it wrong.
No, I don't want to wake up.
The hobgoblin turns to you.
You guys
and
are
the
being
parasite
tentacruel.
Squirms in your skull.
To the
He
dead.
tastes the air on his tongue
To the dead
and the
squid
bile
man.
in his soul. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. You see the hobgoblin bowing before the armored elf you'd glimpsed before. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon and the rewards that will go to whoever finds it.
I do not know who we're talking
hobgoblin's
about.
eyes
I know we're
gleam
basically
hungrily.
reading the man's mind.
If it isn't another true soul.
He doesn't speak his next words, yet they still rattle your skull from within.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance.
I feel like this encounter went differently the last time I dealt with it. Save the corpse.
This Mind Flayer's build is smaller, its garb plainer. A fearsome creature even in death, but not the one that tormented you. Yet it too roamed the Nautiloid.
God
would have
damn, I
seen
should
you,
call her.
known you.
I'm just kidding. I'm happily married.
Squiddy had a weapon. I reckon
This
the
better not
killer
awaken
nabbed
anything
it
in
and
me.
Scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. So settle in.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks.
Oh my god.
Is the artifact that she carries. The same one that protected you as you entered the goblin camp. Her mind focuses. Their suspicion cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the
I
weapon
will
they
not be
seek
roused.
is within
Neither will
their
my
grasp.
suspicion.
Nani?
You choke
Let the ceremony
on black
proceed.
smoke as the hobgoblin bellows his incantation.
I command you, corpse, speak and say sooth. Lucan ok al koldek shulko kek.
He doesn't even know how to do it. Oh shit, he knows how to do it?
The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing.
I don't
Your
remember
heart
this playing out like
seizes.
this at all.
What if the creature noted your presence at the crash site?
I'm gonna wisdom him. Do I have the... Oh, I just have regular rolls? This is probably gonna be a bad. Difficulty class 10? Easy. Ooh!
What the dog doing?
Ragslin's mind reels, then calms. He will speak as you command. With Ragslin's voice, you ask.
What did the killer want?
What did the killer want?
Ragslin scowls, shocked by his own words, and a jolt shoots through your skull. The creature speaks in visions. A swarm of Githyanki dragon riders, silver blades held high, control panels melting, flesh pods spilled open.
Oh god, I'm dying.
If on the hunt,
Here it goes.
they know something.
He is suspicious, confused by
Do
the
not
question
notice the
that
gift
fell
that's
from
next to
his
me,
lips.
okay? She's
You
cosplaying.
proceed carefully.
Why were the gifts chasing this ship?
Why were the Gith chasing that ship?
You see dark tunnels lit by noxious pools of brine. The darkness spreads through the earth. The sky splits open and nautiloids pour out of a void that consumes the stars.
Oh my god, sounds like my Friday night.
Suspicion floods Ragslin's mind. Your brain howls as you force a final query into his throat.
I fucking hate it when nautiloids spill out from the void, dude. It ruins what is otherwise a perfectly fine evening.
Who is? Who? You're no true
Oh shit, he
soul.
found me out. I made. Ooh, 15.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're a real true soul. I felt it.
The corpse
persuasion.
collapses, silent once more.
No, no! I'm not done!
Too bad. So sad.
Riddles, all of it. And nothing to show for the trouble but rotting squid meat. No answers, no killer, and no damned weapon. That damned Trow was right. Can't let her get all the glory. The raid started already.
Oh, she's gonna get a whole lot of glory, if you know what I mean. If you know what I
Get to the
mean.
grove. Help the Drow Minthara kill the lot.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Don't
That's
just
already on
stand
the agenda.
there. Move.
I'm gonna slaughter every innocent man, woman, child,
Rises
elderly.
forgetting what this weapon they're after really is. The artifact.
Okay. So this is what I want to get. This giant pile of treasure. I'm going to tell. Where the hell are you guys? Okay.
Touch me.
I'm gonna ungroup. I'm gonna F5 because I'm a coward.
Don't linger.
I'm going to climb the ladder. And then do what? And then what am I doing? And then do what? I got in there before. I don't think I can go in here from this angle. I think I just have to go for it.
Leave no trace. Let's keep to the shadows.
maybe what I do is just open it now.
Not everyone subscribes to what.
Okay, he's watching me now. That was stupid. I'm gonna F8 because I'm a coward. I just want the gold. I just want the gold, and then we'll make the party. Okay. If this course of action disturbs you, chat, I recommend that you acquire a god or find one and then capture it and then subscribe it to a series of questions about, like, why am I here? Who am I meant to be? And then you can hit him with the make him do Final Fantasy XI partying, please.
On tippy toes.
Yes, I know it's locked. How about we just invisible? Can I just consume an invisibility thing and just make this easier on myself?
On the hunt. Easy.
Fuck. We're just gonna keep hitting it. I have way too many modifiers and way too many thieves tools to really worry about this. If I have to use every single one of these, I'm gonna do it. There we go. Okay, we open. Then we steal. What do we have, dude? Saloon's Dream, which is like you put people to sleep and to heal them type thing that can go to Shadowheart, even though I think that it's something that's against their religion. I don't know. I don't really think about that stuff. Pathos can take that, aka me. The underdog can probably be Laziel, I guess, or maybe I'll figure it out later. When there are dashes, they get momentum. Let's give it all to Pathos. All this stuff can go to myself. Bam! It's all gone.
Just like old times.
They don't even know. They're idiots. Imagine being a guard. Imagine being so bad at guarding. And then just like that, we're back in it. Wow, these were actually weapons that were good? I didn't know that. This is very good knowledge. A successful attack with this dagger, the wielder receives plus 1d4 bonus. That's actually really good. What if I flip him? What does more damage for me? Interesting. Okay. I'll fucking take it. What do you have for gloves right now? Missile snaring? That's not really. I mean, it's kind of cute, but honestly, you can equip the healing item. What about this? I think I have something that already gives me momentum, doesn't it? Where it dashes or takes a similar action, they get momentum. What's momentum again? It just makes them move farther. Do I want that? I can't really even use the water sparkers. But I'm already getting momentum. All the rest of these suck. Okay, into the bag it goes. Alrighty, chat. Nobody, wrongly, I have not been picked up by any party, even though they know that probably in the back of their minds and their soul of souls, they recognize that the capabilities as a support and or main healer of a summoner is wildly underrepresented, and they need me. They need me to be in there. So we are going to make ourselves get in there. Let's save. This is a good experiment, though. Definitely taxing the shit out of my computer, trying to run Baldur's Gate 3 at 60 plus FPS while my various other programs are running while I'm streaming. Thank you for being part of the experiment. Your check is in the mail. All right, we'll cut the game, and then we'll throw... Actually, let me prep for success. Enter game player. Turn on all of the
Orchard,
other
reclusive.
functions.
This man is
Thank
more
you so
dangerous
much,
than he seems.
Ancient Doo-Doo Man. I hope that your doo-doos are as epic as they are ancient, and I know that that's basically like an oxymoron because of course they are. But all the same, I appreciate you deeply and your doo-doos. Your legendary doo-doos. Music back on, please. Tips Fedora. So, yeah, double tips both of my fedoras. See, oh, there is one place that I would like to go.
What are you
Bosino
doing,
Oubliette.
step bro?
Search command. Oh, we need to go to Bosino, and I never remember how to spell it, and it's also slightly abbreviated. It's Bosino with an X. I don't even know if that's a real word. Oubliette's a real word. I know that for sure. But Bosino without the X is apparently the search string that it wants. We love that for us. Search Bosino. Sub my balls. Am I right? Did you ever finish building your sub, Ruffles? Alright, it looks like there are 2 parties that are already in Bosino, so the likelihood of us making something meaningful happen there is very unlikely. Which makes me sad, because every time I get to party in Bosino, I'm pretty happy for it. Even if everything else is oppressive, that's kind of what does it for me. So I guess we'll have to plot some other camp. Oh, level 50, 60. I want something that's relatively close to me so I can actually take advantage of the elemental staffs that I paid way too much for. Would you like to try a Black Mage Ranger burn party? Sync 50? Chat, I would like to remind you and this individual that I have specifically burn equals no thanks in my search comment. Sorry. Not up for it. Please forgive me. I only want a traditional camp experience. Does that make me kind of like a freak? Like a high-key, low-key freak? Yeah. Right? But you guys don't watch me because I'm normal. You watch me for my series of hot takes, like I use barbecue sauce is like the main reason why I eat steak, and I eat steak only well done. The hell is this? Some Yame Cat person is reaching out to me saying freak. I bet that she's in league with It's Caillou and the other 2 people whose names I've completely blocked out of my memory. I'm pretty sure she was there. I'm pretty sure she was part of that other group in the Sacrarium that like waited until we were at the very last room and had a guaranteed pop for whatever COP mission that was. And as I was saying, please, for the love of Christ, let's just finish this thing. Let's just get it over with. We know for a fact that this is the room that we need, that the randomized pop is in here. Let's just take it nice and slow. And I'm pretty sure she was one of the loudest ones. She was like screaming at the top of her lungs, in caps, of course. She was like, let's just sack pull. Let's just sack pull. And I'm like, Ayame, my sister in Christ, we know for a fact that it's going to pop. It's no big deal. And I'm pretty sure she was the one that ran in there, dude. She ran in there and popped, and we wiped, and I had her removed from the party, and then she was just running around trolling the shit out of us, trying to force pop, even though it wasn't. And I had to report her. The report actually did absolutely nothing, even though there was both video and contextual evidence that they were trolling. She was fucking let go, man. And I'm sick. I'm sick thinking about it. I'm sick talking about it. So I'm just gonna quietly add her to the blacklist. I'm kidding, by the way. She was not part of it. She was part of the sane party. Ayame K is actually wonderful, and you should go to her channel and follow her because she does be doing the Horizon 11 stuff that we love so deeply and greedily here. I don't know, chat. I don't know what to do, dude. Something that I recognize, preferably. Do we sync down to Beatles again? I don't really want to do Beatles, though. is the thing. Did people go to Crawler's Nest? Take the Northwest Tunnel at the Sack Room? Big Sack? Working on it right now. Xantos is working on his too. You guys should touch subs. That's kind of hot. It's kind of hot to think about. TBH. I'm on the cutting edge of 50 through 54, so I might be able to get away with Kafdol Tunnel. And there's about 1 million different Kafdol Tunnel spots. What would that be? Like, they would be at most 10 levels above me. I mean, that's still a lot, but I can always find a sync that can maybe go down to 55. And then as I level up, I can sync back to myself. My brain is informing me that this is a fabulous idea and that I should expend all effort and resources into making it a reality. So we'll try to party in Kufdal. I need stew. Motherfucking everybody needs stew, dude. Have you seen what the puffball prices are like? You get me puffballs, and I will get you the stew. Puffball prices are exploding. One dude fucking gave in to the call of the void. The intrusive thoughts won in this individual, and he started selling puffballs at 2K per. It took one desperate person to set off a fucking price revolt in the puffball niche, and now everybody's buying them wholesale at 2,000. So of course that triggered the bulk sellers, the people selling at 12 a stack each, to also lose their minds and start selling at 25,000. So now, before I used to be like, yeah, sure, just send me 3K. What do you need? I didn't even know you were here. Where are you? What the hell did I walk into? You have to extrapolate, because a lot of really crazy shit came out of my mouth in the last 5 minutes and possibly over the course of the stream. What do you need? What do you have? Puffballs? I will only accept the biggest balls that you got. Only the biggest balls will do now. Holy shit, you can't just fucking give me that in public, dude. You're gonna get fucking mugged. Jesus, you're walking around with a whole stack in your pocket? Oh man, do not let the cooking mafia see this. It's a good thing that you came to me first. How many do you need? The whole 12, I'm assuming? The puffballs are the most expensive part. Okay, so let's make some puffballs. Do you need them now, I'm assuming, because you went out of your way to geolocate me? You geoguessered me in Lower Juneau, of all places, on the day of my daughter's wedding? Okay, I should have enough space for things. It's not like I figured out what it was I was gonna do, so I'll just make you stew quickly. Dude, I knew that it was gonna devolve into this. I knew that this is what the auction house was gonna become. When people were... there was equilibrium. There wasn't a good equilibrium, but there was equity, equality, stabilization. You know, it's like chemistry, dude. It's that if you start adding too many neurons to the mix, fucking, that's when you get a Parasite Eve situation, and that's what's happening in the auction house right now. All right, I need to focus. What am I making? I'm making you like a bunch of... Oh my god, the dance rooms are... How many dance rooms do I have? I have one dance room. I'm gonna have to fucking... I'm assuming you have the money. I'm gonna have to take... It's gonna have to be 11,000. I'm just glad that I bought whatever puffballs I could before the prices started exploding, because mushroom stews, which are typically about 5,000, are going to reach 8,000 to 9,000 per regularly for probably, my personal guess is, at least 2 to 3 weeks. Based off of my personal experience, based off of me staring at auction houses and watching prices trend up and down for certain things and why. Thank you everyone for donating to the Real Human Stream Challenge, where we finally see as a community what's behind the mask. Stu is getting depressing. It's crazy shit. All it takes is one person to send a message that it's okay to charge 2,000 per puffball for the whole system to come crashing down. And when I was when I gave like the heads up that this was going to happen in the cooking channel in the Horizon Discord, they came after one. Actually, I say they, but only one person really chimed up and was like, well, if you weren't like flooding the market. I'm like, they get bought almost as soon as I put them up. It's not like they wouldn't get bought if I wasn't sent like selling 8,000 of them. They're gonna buy them anyway, and if I don't plug like 24 mushroom stew into the market every single day, there's going to be like 10 in the morning, and then the price is gonna explode anyway. I'm not changing anything by selling them at the prices that I am, in the quantities that I am. All right, we need to grab one more. So that's 11,000 so far. We need a coral. This is now a cooking stream. Wow, fucking coral fungus is dying. I guess this is evening out the price a little bit. All the coral fungus sellers are getting desperate. I'm just gonna buy an extra stack of that because that seems right to me. So it's coral fungus, puffballs. We also need black pepper. If I'm lucky, no. The Earth shop in Tenshoto is not open today for reasons. Like, they're literally right there. It's basically like walking up to a GameStop and seeing them in there, and it's like 7:59 and they open at 8, and you can see them in there, and you're like, why aren't you selling to me? Or you have that person where it's like 9:59 at night and you're trying to close up, and then a person walks through the door and you're like, can I help you? And they say, I'm just looking. Same vibe, same little brother energy. So we need to buy it from Black Pepper. Thankfully, Black Pepper prices are, fuck me, dude. They went from 3,400 to 5,000. What the hell is happening, bro? 4, 5, 4,900. Okay, this sucks. All it took was a couple of days and one dude to sell a puffball at 2,000 for the whole system to come crashing down. It's not even the weekend for this. I mean, Jesus. Community challenge is 95% complete. We are so close to seeing all sorts of my body that you've never seen before in real time in the year of our Lord. So 11,000. And then we spent, what was it, 2,400? So I'm adding that to my calculator on the side that you're not privy to. What else do we need? We need Popotos, which are also being sold for about 3 times the original price, but I care enough to complain about it, but not enough to actually go out and get my own Popotos. 1,200, I'll take it. I'm basically saving time. I'm gonna buy some extra Popotos because I use them for some other recipes. So we'll add... Hello, Lissa, you beautiful person. National treasure. Everyone should go to Lissa Ishida's channel and follow her immediately. She's a great variety streamer. Extremely interactive with chat, constantly running charities. She's someone that you want to support. We need to grab crystals. Fire crystal means 700, real cheap. Do you remember when fire crystals were like 3,000 per? Not per individual crystal, Christ, but... per stack. Pepperidge Farm remembers. I need rock salt. I understand why rock salt's in alchemy, but I'm forever not going to forget that they're in alchemy and go to like the cooking ingredients section anyway. Like, I just need Activision Blizzard to fucking rip off the band-aid and include rock salt as a viable thing out of both the cooking ingredient and rock salt sections. Can you just do that for me real quick? Pro Stoic, we're docking. Imagine playing a 22-year-old game. Yeah, it's old enough to enlist and smoke and vote. You should play it too. Oh shit, you redeemed Say Something Stoic and I completely missed it like 100 years ago because I was going on like a massive tirade. I will serve you in a moment if you're still here. If not, I will I will see you on your stream, I'm sure, at one point. Once I start making these stews, then I'll do it. I think I grabbed everything now. Rock salt, distilled water, popoto, black pepper, coral fungus, puffball, dance shroom. What else? What else am I missing? What am I missing? I always forget one ingredient, dude. I don't know why. I made this recipe like 8,000 times. What am I missing? Selbina butter? Do I have that? I should. I do. 36. Let's go. Me remembering.
What is going on here? Breakfast.
All right, let's go back and grab some butter out of the Moghouse fridge. And I also need to pick up the last dance shroom. I can't believe dance shrooms are out. This is like some apocalyptic cooking type shit, man. Puffballs, way too expensive. It's the Tenchodo shop that sells the cooking materials for some reason closed and is gonna be closed for like the next half an hour. IRL. Ayame is completely run out of stew, so I need to feed her because I got her hooked on it. And I would imagine by no small measure dozens of others on how great mushroom stew is. I'm now still a coin poor, but worth it. Hi Felicity, how you doing? Aura. Woo. Oh whoa. Aura. It's like ala, isn't it? Isn't that how you frame it in your mouth? In your mouthfular region? Your meat port? We should start a change.org petition and agree as a civilization to call mouths meat ports from now on, if you don't mind. Dance shroom, and then the last known cheaply bought puffballs when they were about 1,000 each. I need to get butter. I almost left without grabbing the butter. That would have been a huge mistake. Okay. All right. So what do I hit you with? What do I hit you with, Crab? While I'm doing this, I'll get the recipe started and then go to my macro set where I have my cooking macros. I guess I don't have to hit you with any particular kind of quote. So what typically happens in Final Fantasy XI, which as someone as experienced, if equally experienced, if not more than me, you are at what Final Fantasy XI is like and players are like. In this game that is revolved around chance and people and being reliant on people to, one, not fuck you over, but also two, try to be as conducive to helping you out as you are on paper to helping them. Sometimes, despite your best efforts and willingness to prepare and you gathering the requisite resources or seeming resources together in order to make XYZ thing happening, and you putting on your biggest big boy pants and leading the charge and all that, if you try to make sure that all the pieces of the Final Fantasy XI food group line up, sometimes it's still not going to work out, and that's okay. The things that do not work out do not inform you of their own volition that them not working out is a bad thing. The feeling of I'm disappointed comes from inside us and not from the objects or the results themselves. Once you realize that, you can head off the negative feelings or at least minimize them so that you're immediately in a better position to make the situation as constructive as you can and prepare yourself for the next time to come around. Nothing is more intimidating, speaking from personal experience of what people have told me back in the ye olden times when I was playing Civilization 5 and 6 with my friends, and me being like a voracious warmonger. There is nothing more intimidating or awe-inspiring than somebody that is not afraid to lose, because then you basically become like that universe-consuming robot that's in the Transformer movies. Very lucky that I didn't delete my puffball right there. You do not bet your emotional state on whether you win or lose. And once you basically start thinking like that and you make it like a muscle reflex or a mental reflex is, I guess, a more apt way of putting it, then you are, when you're not worried about winning, and you're just focused on doing the best that you can, it means that you're much more adaptive. and wildly increases the chances that you're going to be successful next time. Not that it matters, I'm just stating it for what it is. And it inspires people when you're like that. If they see that you're not freaking out because things don't go well, then they too are less likely to freak out when things don't go well next time. It's all about being a role model. It's all about being on top of your own brain. I don't even know if you're still here. Maybe you have me on a muted alt tab, and that's fine. I accept that. Just goes back to all the words that just came out of my mouth that I basically just kind of let happen as I was focused on the pretty special effects coming out of my character's hands. But if you did hear me, I hope that that was useful to you and what you were looking for. And if it wasn't, then go fuck yourself. I'm just joshing. Where's Yami? Is she still here? She is still here. She's waiting for her stew. I mean, she's been wanting stew for a while. She asked me, what, like 3-4 weeks ago for stew? And I'm just like, yeah, no, I'll definitely get that to you. And then just never did. What did we spend on this? We ultimately didn't spend that much. Most of the actual cost of making the stew now is in the puffball. So let's just divide what we got. Probably 2k per, which is still saving her like 4,000 or 5,000 now. I am gonna flag up though. I'll flag up just in case somebody notices me, senpai, in the next 20 seconds and picks me up. Do not invite me to a burn. I will say no. I will say no because I am I'm like that guy that we experienced in the first, like, no, I don't want a burn party. If you're in chat, that was a good one because you made me escalate just a little bit. And if you're not, then that was a freak circumstance. No thanks. Please forgive me. Frowny face. I would like to give her a witch stew if I can. I mean, 3 hours is a long time, but witch stew do be giving you 4 hours and all that, which we love for us. We love that for us, chat. Touches your face in RP with my cold metallic hands. And then I slap you and the way that the light reflects off my back makes it so that my face is a shadow and you see glowing red eyes. And then it fades to black. What's gonna happen to you, chat? Are you feeling sussy? What's my streamer talking about? Alright, where are you, Yame? I have your drugs. Please let me know how the music volume is, if it's at a comfortable level, or if you feel like it could be raised a tick. Even after 7 months of playing around with the audio balance, I still am not sure what is a good static volume for the music to be, and part of that is because the songs range all over the place in terms of intensity and loudness. Oh man. He who. Hey, Evil. Where is she? Is she hard AFK? I have your fucking stew. Where is she? She was right here. Did she say what it was, where she was going? No, she didn't. I mean, I'm sure that she's perfectly capable of making her way over to me, so let's just start looking for a party spot again. Let's spot check Bosano and see if... I doubt I'm going to spell this right the first time. I can't even spell it right. I don't know how to spell. Bosano. Boast the D's nuts. Boast on Anyo. Anyo. No, the two parties are still there and they're unlikely to move. Extremely unlikely to move. See all 54 to 56. We need to establish some kind of sync target. Okay, there's plenty of sync targets in the 55 range, including one individual who is at 54. See, all 54 to 62. No, that showed me literally everyone in those ranges. I don't need that. Please, I will give somebody else's firstborn if you just give me a tank. I don't mind being the guy to ask. I can always ask Rant and Rave. Rant and Rave was willing to get hit in the face before. But we've been here before. We've been here many times where there's just no... Like, there's just no tanks. Like, I know that I should just be able to summon up a party composition, which, speaking of, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to type in chat, !guide. This is a currently 7-part series for new players, and there's also some information that could be useful, or some things that may have been forgotten about for experienced players, self-described or otherwise. The last part that he did is focused entirely on a very popular informational request that's in the community, which is, how do I make parties? How do I decide where to go for parties? How do I lead parties? How do I set up skill chains? It's all in there for about like an hour, and I understand that an hour is a very big ask to just sit there and hear me talk for a long time, even though some of you do it for literally 3 hours at a time. Okay, so maybe like, so it's up to you. I mean, it's time stamped all to hell if you only care about learning what a healer role is, or what support roles are, or how to build atypical party compositions, or how to deal with trolls or sweat lords. It's all in there. I'm also going to type !skill chain, and that's going to show you what I use for skill chains. And then I'm just going to get even friskier, and I'm going to type !horizon, and you'll see a breakdown of all the add-ons that I use and all the options that I flipped on in the launcher. Lord Juno has apparently R0'd. Neat. Now, do I really need to sync up? Not really. Would I be able to find a tank if I sank down to like 45? If we had to do the beetle camp again, that's just how it's gonna be. If there's a paladin, and there has to be a paladin within like a 18 level range, right? There's no way that there's not a paladin. I don't need a paladin, like a ninja or anything. I mean, there are warriors and stuff like that, and that do be kind of cute and all that, but oh man. My instinct is telling me to try Kuftal. So we're gonna head out there, we're gonna be the difference that we want to see in the world. So I need to check my stuff. I'm gonna deposit my coral fungus, and she can come out to me. I've made her stew. I do not know where she is. All I know is the sound that that I'm gonna make when I use my summons to take monsters' lives. So we'll put our stuff away, and then we'll head over to Kuftal. I do have a ring charge, and I'm not afraid to use it. So we should get to 54 relatively quickly. And then we're basically going to ride Kuftal, a combination of Kuftal Tunnel and Bosno Oubliette for the next 1,000 years, is my assumption. You want some coffee, chat? There's peppermint mocha in it. It's super good. I even put a little bit of the nitro whipped cream, the barista stuff that's made by Ready Whip. That's entirely too expensive for what it's worth. I think Lord Juno is dying. You can have one sip between each of you, and you're gonna have to set up an orderly line. Okay, no cutsies, because there was cutsies last time, and I had to literally take people's lives over it. It was very traumatic, both for me and everyone experiencing it, as I literally tore man, woman, and child limb from limb because they didn't respect the rule of unspoken law, which is no cutting. I don't care if you have to go to the bathroom and you're close to the front for your coffee sip. Okay, you get out of line, you go to the back of the line. Just think of the line as like a Klondike bar that I'm being hungry over. Like we're a nation of laws. Asterisk. In this context, I'm referring to Bastock, right? Everybody at Bastock didn't pull up their own bootstraps just that you could evade the line. That's where I draw the line. Once we get there, I'm gonna need to... Where am I going again? Kuftal? I need to go to Volvo. Yes? Yes. Volvo me. That Volbussy got me acting up. Something fierce. I would like to go to the next... So the trick with this teleport goblin, if you ever kind of like rifle through the options, find your selection and he still doesn't warp you, the key is to linger on the option and just leave it selected and just not press it. Just not press it for like 1 to 2 seconds and then press it, and then he will actually teleport you. Cannot tell you how many times I had failed to actually go anywhere after about a bazillion attempts to scroll through like 50 mini windows in order to get to my appropriate and God-fearing choice. And yeah, no, the game just said no. What are you guys doing? Soloing? Maybe. Oh, they are soloing. Oh, that's cute. They're doing it like a couple. That's very kawaii. Back for drugs. Meet me in Kuftal. You missed me by like 20 seconds. The Cape Terragon OP Kuftal. I'll sit at the entrance. I'm not gonna make you. I was putting contacts in. Yeah, you do that with your left hand or your right. Oh, that's inappropriate. And I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I believe you that you're putting your contacts in. It's just a jape. You've never been japed before? It was just a ruse. I gotta give my chatters something. All they see right now is just a cave. Just a cave and Nintendo 64 textured rocks that the AI upscaler did its absolute best, but could be fucked with this particular section to properly get managed. So like I am told there's a bomber sub? Yeah, no, I know. Ruffles told me. Ruffles told me that there's C4 attached to the navigation terminal, and I also told Ruffles that because traders weren't meant to be activated on our Barotrauma save, that any act of clownism to that extremity is going to be like a bannable offense. Just because I evidently forgot to turn off traders does not mean that traders are activated. All the gloves can come off, man. All the gloves can come off once we beat a vanilla run. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, or Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. Then we could do all the... We can pump up the jams, dude. We can escalate trader level to 3. We can increase the chances of somebody being a trader per round to 100%. We could do what was it? Barotraumatic, neurotraumatic. We can test your subs. We can, I don't know, we can do everything that you want. We can set up the sonar ping to be like whatever the fuck her name is, Gara, where instead of like a sonar ping noise, it goes ah. We do whatever you want. But if the navigation terminal blows up without any good or clear reason, Ruffles is getting banned. And then I will check afterward to see what the actual cause was. I will ban you with extreme prejudice on the assumption that you that you destroyed the sub. Yes, I am Clownist. I also don't have anything against Galkas, though. Galkas are my buddies, and I know that it's both a private joke and a point of contention and a subject of much derision in my streamer community. That I have something against Galkas. I don't. You can just give me 2,000 per is fine. I made 12. There you go. I wasn't gonna say anything. You caught it. I know you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. You wouldn't jit me. Because I know that I'm like the only sane provider of mushroom stews. Alright, go forth and be awesome. You are so welcome. Ayame, go with God. And if you don't have one, then F. just F. Do I have the right sub job? I should probably have checked before I came all the way out here, huh? Just sneak is required in this here Cuffle Tunnel. I respect clown capabilities, okay? I understand why they're there, both IRL and in Barotrauma. I respect that they have the unenvious position of being both horrifying and trying to be funny at the same time. I understand that their existence is basically like a chaotic good type situation where through the act of general chicanery, they are trying to acquire and persist laughter. The requisite means with which they do this is through being assholes, for the most part. You know, like squirting water on people's faces and giving people like Jack in the Boxes, but it makes like a makes like a loud noise, and like the confetti like bursts out and blinds the kids and stuff like that. I've seen the Joker. Okay, I understand what you guys go through. However, I will make sure and see to it that you are summarily destroyed anytime you seriously inconvenience me in any way. I will hunt you and your kin down to the ends of the earth, and I will make sure that you guys have no chance of reproducing ever again. If you detonate the the bomb on my sub, okay, in Minecraft. Sonic wants to deport all the clowns for the Jupiter system. I didn't say that. Would I do that? Would I take all necessary steps in order to try to bring that reality about? If you blow up the navigation terminal, yes, I would. But we are gravy, dude. So long as that does not happen, we are solid. Apparently I decided that this is where I'm going to be partying, so we are going to 54 to 56, and we're going to try to invite some people. Hello, level sync, 55 party, do you need it? Position, couple tunnel. Hello, level sync, 55 party, do you need it? Position, couple tunnel. All right, so I reached out to a puller and a healer, which are two of the vital roles, and then I guess I'm just gonna have to pray that a quote-unquote normal tank is just going to manifest itself. Seal Tantragor, building from scratch, may be a minute. Hello? What shall Stoic do if he's indebted to a clown? Clown medic is real. I recognize that I can be indebted to you and wish to bring about your destruction. Those aren't mutually exclusive feelings for me. If I'm able to dedicate like huge amounts of my mental bandwidth to talking about literally whatever while I'm also maintaining a group of 6 individuals in game while also operating a stream at the same time, I can feel both grateful that you're there and actively working to bring about your erasure from existence. It's not unusual for me. I felt that way literally constantly at GameStop, okay? This isn't my first rodeo feeling that way. 63 Inv. There is a ninja there. Let's see if they're interested. Level sync 55 party. You need it. Position Capital Tunnel. And now we need to start mixing in. Hello, level sync 55 party. Do you need it? Position Capital Tunnel. Either they just changed zones or they logged off, and I'm praying to God that they did not log off. They're the only tank, apparently, within about 18 levels. 55 party, do you need it? Position Capital Tunnel. Your tell was not received. The recipient is either offline or changing areas. So true, bestie. Hello again. Would you like the wonderful experience of tanking again? Capital Tunnel 55 sync. I would not blame you if no. Somebody that we partied with recently, a wonderful individual. If by virtue of his being willingness to tank on a job that considers itself only rarely to be a tank type job after level 25. But this is how it's gonna have to be. I can't create from nothing a sentient human being that is capable of human language instead of just like guttural utterances. With a gamer rig and an interest in a 20-year-old MMO and a job of the level that they need. Like, that's how insane it is to hear out loud or to see when people are like, what's your pottery composition? Do you have a red mage or a bard? No, motherfucker, I don't have a red mage or a bard. About 1 million people looking, but only tanks are AFK. Maybe a minute. Let's resend it out, and we're gonna keep Cope reaching out. Wait a minute. Blacklist list. Okay, that's the only thing I was thinking of. Is that maybe the person was, I love getting no tank parties. It rules, yes. Is that I wasn't sure if the reason why I couldn't contact this individual is because maybe he's DCing. All DPS /nin and it works surprisingly well. The man is not incorrect. Or woman. Low level sync 54 party or 55 party. Do you need it? Position Capital Tunnel. You may need to tank if means anything. There is a huge tank shortage at the moment. Sometimes you encounter people who understand that you cannot will into existence a individual that is both capable and able to play a certain role in your entirely PvE, massively multiplayer online video game. If I am lucky, I will encounter this person tonight. I already reached out to one of them. Jespins is not able to be interfaced with. Thanks for the offer, but I'll have to pass. All right. Take care. Enjoy literally sitting there for up to 2 hours. Not having literally nothing happen on your screen. And no progress made. I get you. So one thing to mention is that the thief is willing, of their own statement, willing to make anybody the tank, which is great. We may end up in a psychotic situation where I have to ask the monk to tank, because there are only monks here. The warrior is unwilling to play the video game. The other warrior who did tank for me once already is either feigning that they're not there because they don't want to impact our relationship, which was positive the last time that we left it. If I'm lucky, this ninja will be interactable again. 55 party, do you need it? Cuffle tunnel position. Okay, he received it, so maybe he was just zoning. Maybe he was just zoning like a bunch of times. Show me potato salad. Come on. Come on. Ooh, we got a yes, please.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Hello. We got the only tank in an 18 level range out of like 20 people. Hello. Say something stoic. No matter how hard you try or with the best intentions, people will go on doing exactly what they intend to do regardless. People will always do what seems best to them due to a combination of the things that they desire and fear and the habits that they built up until that point, judgments that have been reinforced by acting in certain ways in certain situations over literally years, tens of years. The only way that you are going to improve other people is by role modeling for them and give them a chance of perceiving something that is better than the way that they're behaving now. That's it. That's to say something stoic. That's what I got. That's what my brain gave me. Looking for 6. Let's see who I've grabbed so far. We have a ninja, which is going to be great because it means that we're not going to be expending too much on healing if we can help it. We have a monk, which hits hard. We have me, which is going to do stuff, and a thief, which is going to pull and make sure that the hate stays on the ninja as much as possible. So the last spot that we can fill can be with anything. Dragoon, maybe. Dragoons are safe. Ranger's not going to have too many opportunities to move around, really. Good for anywhere, even below 10 levels. God damn. What's our level distribution like? 54, 56? It'd be nice and cute if I could get a 55. $10K TNL, level sync okay. Level sync 55 party. Do you need it? Cuffle tunnel position. And then we'll see what they say. Dragoons are great. Beastmasters are great. Monks are great. I wouldn't even turn away 2 monks. Actually, 2 monks might fuck pretty hard because then I would be able to use Rolling Thunder to Omega overboost them. Level 58 and above. Nope, that monk is not interested. There is a bard there, but we already have a puller. And I don't know how I feel about having a bard in addition to a thief.
Oh, brother,
it could be fun.
This guy stinks.
No, you stink. You stink. Can I get my mods to please 24-hour permanent this Sparkles person? Who's probably both an asshole and stinky like one too. Ooh, we got an okay, let's go.
Can I get a oh yeah?
Sparkles, I'm sorry. I reacted negatively to you when I know that in fact that you're a wonderful person that deserves to be followed. Sparkles does a lot of spooky video gaming, a lot of variety video gaming. She dabbles into Final Fantasy XI sometimes. You should go over to her channel and follow the ever-loving shit out of her.
Oh my god, inhuman reactions!
Hello, Reno. Somebody that is totally foreign to me, and it's good seeing you, my friend. That is also not definitely blood-related to me. What are you doing? Shouldn't you be outside? Shouldn't you be outside my house? digging shit up, like digging up something or putting rocks in something. Like that's all you've been doing for like the last like 2 to 3 months. Are you allowed on the computer to just like not do like hard physical labor after like a hard day's work? Hello. Camp is position. I decided to run from that place. I don't blame you. There's freaking psychos that live there. Reno, can you do something real quick for me? Can you develop the knowledge or the skill set to gather puffballs and make that part of your daily acumen? I would really appreciate it. From what I understand, they appear or become collectible once you do be going into like Jugner Forest and it's raining, but only when it's raining. Maybe tomorrow. Cryface, that's fine. I'm just happy that you're not doing labor at the moment. I'm just glad that you're giving yourself a break. What am I doing? Skill chains. Isn't that what I was doing before? All right, let's show you what we got. Browser toggle. We are going to try to aim for 55. 55 summoner because I'm going to be in the mix with possible blood packs. 55. If you're curious about the skill chain planning tools I'm using, do ! skill chain. Let me see on that question that you just gave me. If you just did it, I did not see it. Did you just do it? Because it should show me. I might have to look in post to see if it actually applied it, and for some reason Twitch didn't tell me. That's also something that I experienced before, where I would try to give like a Prime sub. Maybe it only tells me if they're new Prime subs, but that doesn't make any sense. Huh. Anyway, thank you. Reno, thank you for subscribing with Amazon Prime. Greatly appreciate it. I don't know why my situation did not show me that you did that, but it's greatly appreciated. You're just like the best ever. What was I doing? We need to try to set up some situation where the 55. I don't know what level Dragoon gets Penethrust. Let's make it so that we limit results to level 2 skill chains or higher. And we're going to want to try to end the skill chain on the thief. So we're going to tell the skill chain calculator to have the thief end. Vorpal Thrust? Is Vorpal Thrust anything? Let's see. Penna Thrust. Penta Thrust is what? 150? Okay, so they do have access to it. So he's going to want a Penta Thrust. He's not going to want a Vorpal Blade. That's fine. I can be a gamer. That's okay. I'll just do Crescent Fang or Poison Nails or whatever it is to get that set up. Or maybe I have the ninja do it. Maybe I have the ninja do it. Is that an option for me? Because I would prefer to do my little piddly magic bursts, so I don't have to be on in that way necessarily. Blade Rin or Blade Chi will also work. If up to it, a good SE would be. And what does this make? Ice? Good, because crabs are weak to ice. Blade Rin or Blade Chi. Viper Bite. Viper Bite. Ice, water, MB if matters. Because the red mage, if we're conserving MP, because we have a ninja tank, and they're not needing to spend as much MP on healing by virtue of no HP loss happening, then it could be... Rear back, need to drop 1 second. Gun is rear backing. He'll be back in a moment. That could open him up to more easily magic burst. I'm lurking stoic. I'm late as fuck, but I got my living room floor fixed, so that's nice. Have fun. Goodbye. I realize that I'm like 3 minutes late responding to you, and I apologize for that. Just feel me reaching out to the Force and being apologetic for you, or to you. In theory, with Nin tanking, we should have a more MP mileage. See all gun. Okay, I'm going to invite gun. I'm also going to run ads because we're getting up to like the 5-minute mark, and because we're still waiting on people to come up here and nothing is happening. Okay, ads are like 2 minutes, and on average you can avoid ads in their entirety by subbing, which is free with Amazon Prime. Otherwise, I will see you guys in a couple of minutes. BRB. Okay, we are back. If you're actively paying attention to your fun screen, Reno, the only answer that I could find on the internet was you might have notifications disabled. Like you may not have it. You may have it set to not alert me when you subscribed. I don't think that's. I don't know why that would be, or maybe it's just a fluke and it just didn't tell me, which concerns me a little bit. But you know, Mr. Bezos sometimes be like that. Sometimes he's a little cheeky, a little frisky with his notifications. Mushroom stew popping off. 9K in auction house. How many stews can I get for a stack of puffballs? Not even realizing that I'm only seeing this like an hour later, which is Omega, my bad. 9K mushroom stew. The great mushroom implosion of late October. All right, once. Who else is here? Once Tant is here. Everyone good. Probably upset he didn't get the sub directly. That's what I'm saying. Is that, yeah, why aren't you letting him go to space again? Okay, he's literally one sub away from either going to space or having like a yacht aircraft carrier, you know, for all of his yachts to park into or onto. You're the asshole. All right, we are going to thank you so much for donating, Hero, the last little bit of coin-based mileage needed to complete the real human stream. I do not know exactly when I'm going to run it. My guess is probably Friday. Probably Friday is when it's going to be, so that I have at least some amount of time in between to come up with the most cursed thing imaginable. I'm not afraid that I won't have enough time. I am afraid of what my muse is going to make me do. Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to do. I have ideas, and all of them are about as cursed as the next one. So yeah, it should be a pretty good time. I'm talking about like hot tub stream levels of curse, for sure. Crabs, but lizards are cool too. What am I doing? I need to consume my $9,000 mushroom stew now. I can't believe that it's so crazy how like the economy works in this video game. All it took was one person to choose violence, buy something at 2,000, and then it set off a chain reaction where people are like now probably restricting stock to see how high they can drive prices. We need to start doing things before we start going into a tirade. We're gonna judiciously apply haste and rolling thunder, and that's gonna be our thing. I'm going to trust that the red mage is going to be refreshing. And that is already the case. They have refreshed me. Let's go. I'm very excited about that and our prospects.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
I mean, it'd be kind of cute to throw Ifrit also in there, but if I'm not hasting, I'm going to be rolling thundering. There's just too many double attacks that are happening in this situation for me not to do it. Who am I going with the Nin? Yep. Rin or Chi Viper Bite. And the ninja's building TP at a pretty steady clip. The thief is going to outpace him a little bit, but evidently not by a huge amount. I'm going to hold off on rolling thundering until we start with the new mob to make sure that no amount of the end thundering is wasted, if I can so help it. Go, go, go. Go, 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 get him. You did do it. I'm very proud of you, hero. I've completely lost track of your streaming schedule. Let's see what they do. Okay, so they are good. It is making distortions, so I'm going to want to have Shiva out for next time, so I can capitalize on that a little bit. What are you streaming next, hero? Just so I can plug you properly, not like that. Tomorrow, but what are you streaming? Probably more 7 days. So you have Twitch integration added, right? And I think I saw something like SP and then a number next to it. Is that like the resources that the viewers use in order to generate pogs? Can they summon zombies on you, asking for a friend? Not that it would. I'm just asking. Can a guy ask questions? Okay, in this case, the ninja is actually outpacing the thief in TP, which is shocking to me. So we're gonna have to get Shiva out ahead of time. Go get him. Fuck him up. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Do him. Go ahead. Blade anything. Blade Chi, Blade Ren. I don't give a fuck. No? There it is. Okay. Next part. Did that do anything? I don't think I don't think I magic bursted. Oh, it just did 74 damage. That's a little disappointing.
Shame.
But that's okay.
Shame. Shame.
I don't have to. I don't have to be a veritable war god all the time. Just most of the time. I'm casting Cure 1, apparently. That sucks. Do you think that you're ever going to get back into playing hardcore? I mean, losing Hamilton twice is probably a pretty heavy hit. So I can imagine why you'd want to hesitate a little bit. I'm sitting too close. I'm sitting too close, and I need to back off a little bit to make sure they have enough MP to do the things that I am put here by Altana herself to do. Was that chain 6? There's no way. Okay, it's chain 3. Coping is a hell of a drug. We're gonna rest until ward is up. I don't think it's a good use of my MP to do basically like 100 damage, which is something that they're just doing just by virtue of weapon skilling normally. Oh no, I will. Just taking a break and work on my main some. I played with the idea of bringing back Stoic Mithra. Very, very ingenious name, I know. The hardcore character that we rolled with for a bit. I mean, if I play my cards right and I wait for Mushroom Stew to be like 15,000 per, because I don't trust the free market to balance itself out. I know that as an American that sounds truly psychotic and disgusting, but I think that they're just going to keep it probably floating at like 25,000 per stack of puffballs or 2,000 per individual puffball, and it's just going to be 7,000, 8,000. The only thing I could see happening is maybe there being a small shift in the type of food that people prefer, but Mushroom Stew is just so unbelievably strong. And for mages in general, like even probably like the closest thing to Mushroom Stew for, I don't need to get Garuda out yet. I just need to get Rama so I can apply a Rolling Thunder because there's still like almost 2 minutes left of haste. There we go. Apply that shit. If you do go hardcore again, let me know. We can do it safer that way. Absolutely not. You are a death magnet. That is a hard pass. I'm kidding. I'm high-key kidding. I'm high-key kidding. But death does seem to follow you wherever you go, like a shadow. Which is not alarming to me, but it is something that I do have to take into consideration. I think it's just the game. Sideways glancy face. Yeah, me too. Turns into camera. And my face in RP turns into the Kappa face. Yeah, me too. I think it's just a game. Oh, man. I don't know who the highest hardcore character is now. I don't know if it's ever going to be achieved. And I know that is a loaded thing to say because people were able to get relics within like 3 months of the server starting. Right? I don't know if it's ever going to be realistic within probably the first year of Final Fantasy XI, especially. Maybe even by year 2 for people to get the decorative set, the chest piece that has like the well-tall id type flame wings that are coming out of the back. Know what I mean? Ooh, we got level 54. Woo! That was actually fast. That was pretty fast. Faster than expected. Need to get rum out. Apply some in thunder, AoE. And then we were graving. And it's set up like this. You can't really go wrong with thundering people. Anytime I get even 2 people that are able to dual wield, and I would include fists in that, it feels very silly for me not to apply in thunder. So the fact that we have 4 individuals who are hitting like 1 billion times per minute, it's real good. It's real spicy stuff. I need to shut up for a second and take a drink of coffee. Pause, champ. Oh man. So my boom arm microphone keyboard issue has been fixed. You only got to experience the drama for about 2 days. You know, like when the last couple days that I streamed, I may have mentioned out loud, I seem to be getting this issue. I need to fucking do something with my MP. Please hold. Let me reapply haste. Considering that we have so much MP, it's pretty crazy. I need to make sure that I'm using a ton of it. Because like I think the red mage is reliably magic bursting, which means that doing spot heals is going to ultimately fall on me. But I fixed the boom arm situation where you know, surprise, jump scare, I got a boom arm, which means nothing to you because you can't see it. However, I need you to know that I now have a boom arm and that I'm like even more of a professional streamer than I was before. NRP does a little hair flip. But the issue, I was having an issue with it where I was just typing, not any louder than normal. I mean, my mechanical keyboard is unfavorably loud, but I wasn't like mashing my keys, and it was picking up the vibrations, or what I thought was just the noise. And I did a test. I played, like, I have software and stuff to handle like unwanted noises in the background as best as you can expect it to, really. But it wasn't picking up the TV. I played the TV like moderately loud, and I tapped on the opposite end of my desk from where the boom mic arm was, and the mic wasn't picking up the TV, and it was picking up the tapping. So it was like, holy shit, is it really the little vibrations that are getting picked up by the mic? So I attached it to the TV stand next to me, and now there's no sound or issues or anything like that. And I have basically like an insane volume of free space right in front of me, chat. The possibilities are fucking endless. I could have like another notepad in front of me. I could have like a snack. I could have like a sandwich or like an Xbox controller just sitting there. I'm basically God. I'm kidding. But basically I'm God. Unlimited power. .jpg. So that's exciting. Definitely worth it for 20 bucks. I'm just glad that it was actually compatible with my microphone, my Yeti X. I'm assuming the sound quality is as good or bad as it always has been. And if it's not, then please, for the love of God, let me know, because I have the ability to control your quality of life at a glance. Maybe I should get Shiva out. Maybe it was just a fluke that only did like 100 damage with my magic burst. I am not sure. Alright, go get him. Go get him, champ. Hit him. Hit him with the business. Hit him with the business. Okay, they're just gone. Alright. I respect it. Making pretty good progress. I mean, like, 8,000 experience an hour isn't a lot to sneeze at, but I did turn down 2 burn parties for this, so I'm getting what I paid for. This is my private server subscription, and there's nothing you can do about it. I do what I want. If it's too much to respond to me with this next subject I'm gonna bring up, do not unrecline in your gamer chair in order to interact with me. But if you're a fan of spicy food, I had an interesting conversation with someone recently where I had expressed to them that I need to wait for Divine Seal to make this really worthwhile. And they should have it. Kiraga. And then I'll just heal the thief normally once the provoke is applied. But I was talking to Lily Starchan, also somebody that's worth following, and did a truly insane subathon where she was playing video games for 17 hours straight, not unlike people that are like in those like gaming cafes that literally die from playing StarCraft too long. I was honestly worried about her. I went to bed and she was still playing. That's probably also why I'm not going to do a subathon. But anyway, so she asked us, like, do you like spicy food? And I responded, I do like spicy food. And she said, ew, why do you like spicy food? And I said, it's a good pain. And she said, the only pain is like a good spanking. And I said, well, eating spicy food is like spanking a butt, but your hand is the pepper and the butt is your mouth. And everyone agreed with me and then got up on the plane and started clapping. I got so many so trues that day. More than I ever had before or probably will ever again. Oh, man. Cursed. Cursed, cursed, cursed. Just like puffball prices, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about what else I can make other than puffballs. I mean, there's never a shortage of things that you can put on the cookie market. If there's one benefit, one obvious benefit to being a cooking main, is that you're never at a loss for making something that some combination of cooks are sleeping on. You guys can just go. Like, just go. Like, just do the thing. Blade Ren, Blade Chi, literally anything. I'm not sure why he's holding on to his CPU like that. Okay, now he's going. That was a weird interaction. I shouldn't bother using Blizzard 2. It just did 44 damage, and I recognize that that's the non-magic burst number, but that still sucks. We've been failing on keeping haste a thing, and that is real bad for me. I need to be better about that. Go, go. Reapply. So I mentioned this earlier in the stream. If you're a new or newish player and an aspiring party leader, or think that maybe it could be something that you're interested in, I would recommend finding my series on youtube.com/@SimpleProStoic, or go to this link that I'm going to put in chat. There's a 7-part guide. I'm expecting more parts. Like, I still need to talk about how to make money and go into more specifics about add-ons and ones that I recommend and the fact that they're all street legal and stuff like that. But the 7th part has to do with what I'm doing now. A lot of people are too nervous to make their own parties. They have social anxiety. If you can believe it, I also have social anxiety. Me streaming in some small part is also me overriding in probably one of the most extreme ways my natural proclivity to being as introverted as humanly possible, and have some measure, some minimum amount of social interfacing with my fellow man, my like-minded meat people. I need to apply Rolling Thunder again while it's still fresh. There are tons and tons of people out there that are great party leaders and just don't know it. Including you, chat. You're also great party leaders. It just takes a little bit. Like, after you've made your 10th party or so, you start intuitively understanding what to look for. They really need to... The ninja needs to be not so hesitant with their TP. Ideally, the ninja should be reserving SCing for the beginning of the fight, because then the thief is going to basically put on like a giant siren onto the head of the ninja by sadaing him. But I understand the willingness to see big numbers and watch it die towards the end, when it's arguably the most dangerous. I also ascribe to the idea that it was just better in some way to kill the monster at the 25% mark when it starts using special moves at TP 1000 instead of TP 3000. As a noob, I wouldn't want to start a party yet because a large portion of this game has played for 20 years and believes they know everything, but I will consume those videos. Even if you feel that way, I guarantee you that in some respects, perhaps more than it seems, those people are reliant on other people making parties for them. They might know mechanically why to do certain things over another, but that doesn't give them the particular skill set to become a party lead if they have not party led that much up until that point. I know people that have played this game as much as I have, arguably way too long, and there's plenty of people like Poop Schedulers and Sweat Lords that have played more than you or I will ever be able to in a lifetime. But I guarantee you that those same people rarely make parties, and when they do, it's not a pleasant experience. Party leading is not just about the mechanical knowledge of combining 6 people together and putting them in a place. It's about managing expectations, about setting up combinations for like weapon skills and like just general headspaces that you recommend people be in. There's more to it than just putting people in a place and telling them to do the thing. As a noob, I don't know all the cool spots where parties tend to go. Hold my beer. There you go, my friend. Those are generally the hot spots for pretty much every level known to man. There's more than that out there, and I cover that. I cover camp experimentation in the guide that I put down, which basically amounts to when you're just running around in the world doing random things, and hopefully you've turned on the checker add-on in the Horizon 11 launcher, and you're just like spot checking the levels of monsters around you. Put down in your notepad like what the monsters are, what level range they seem to be. Do some napkin math that, such as like, what is the average level of the monsters? So between like, I don't know, let's say that you want to try to set up like a level 10 camp. I need to reapply Garuda haste. You want to set up like a level 10 camp, right? And you happen to be fucking around in Taragi Canyon and you see things that are around like level 16, 17, 18, something like that. Then you can take down the name of the monsters, where you were as far as the position goes on the map, and just tuck it away somewhere. Name it like experimental camps or camps to test. And if you don't see it in the wiki, then it means that you found a camp all your own and it's super unlikely that it'll ever be taken. Buddy, do you really want me leading parties? Don't think so. You are. Yes. Yes. Hero, you of all people should lead parties. If not you, then who, man? And don't say me. It's not an option. I mean, I'm literally doing it right now, but you know what I mean. If you've enjoyed the last 2 hours plus and you have not followed yet, following me is a free action and it helps out the channel tremendously and it puts a little smile on my face. So I would appreciate it. This is kind of chillaxed, man. I forgot what it was like to have a ninja ninja tank absorbing damage as a rule. It feels nice. It fricks a little bit. I might be able to get this Blizzard 3 off. I'm not sure. Is it gonna be able to do it? It did 5%. 143. It's kind of a cute amount of damage, I guess. I do want to see what level I get, or my summons get, the 4th tier available to them. Let me check. I'm gonna check the wiki. 60? I'm not very far from that. It's gonna be real nice to be able to magic burst really hard whenever I want to. I wonder if there's a combination, something that I can do to SC after. Anything that I could do to help the party would be good. Like reapplying Garuda probably, or Hestega. So after I apply haste to everyone, I'm going to do a little deep dive into my skill chain calculator, and I'm going to see if there's something that I can make my summons do after either the Dragoon or the Monk skill, weapon skill to skill chain. Because summon weapon skills are very strong. So I should have, honestly, I should have planned for this a long time ago. Limit results to player 2. No, I don't think so. What is it? What's the other one? Monk. So we'll say Raging Fists and Penethrust is what they're using. What can I do? Apparently, according to this, literally nothing. I can do literally nothing. Augers. Player 1. I can do something if player 2 Cyclones. I don't want to do just that though. Rama, and we'll apply some Rolling Thunder. Hell yeah. We're doing it, chat. We're believing. If up to it happy, I will punch Raging Fists. It should do semi-good. And we'll see what he thinks about that. Or she, I do not know. They're up to it, so I'm going to move the monk up to me so I can see their TP a little bit easier on the bottom right. I'm just going to keep a Frit out because he's building TP extremely quickly. Not a surprise. And then I'm going to hope. Okay, so he is Blade Ching. And then weapon skill, go ahead. Is he not doing it? Okay, he's not doing it for some reason. I don't know why. Gotcha. Going to reapply haste. That did pretty good. That did pretty good. How much damage did Ifrit do? 217? That's like a whole Raging Fist, man. Kind of fucks. I'm very happy about that. All right, I feel good about having a reliable means and impetus to get the effing thing out. Plus, I have a Lua sheet to cast, so I have it set up using code that I barely understand, so that my fire staff is kept out, depending on if it frits out, and if it's Garuda, then it keeps out the wind staff instead. That whole song and dance. I'm just assuming that the ninja is not paying attention, and I'm going to get off my thing first. Okay, that still worked. Did that still work? No, it didn't. It messed with it. Sorry, my punch messed with it. I'll let the Viper Bite thing should be priority. So I'll just avoid doing the thing if I see you've got TP. These people are very understanding, effortless to work with. I'm glad that I grabbed this particular group. Very nice individuals. And then I'll get a Frit out. Look at all the pew-pews, dude. the pew-pews.
Bruh.
All right, go get them. This austere gear was very expensive, but I am very glad that I got it. That was pretty good. 15%. That's nothing to sneeze at, man. I know that crabs aren't weak to fire, but they're not resistant to it either, which endlessly confuses me as a rampant consumer of Pokemon. When I was just a little wee babby robot. Still very strange to me that things that are water-based do not resist fire. But what do I know? I don't think... Yep, I missed the haste on the thief. This is how she goes. Here, let's get a Frit Chan back out. This monk builds TP quick. I am shaving off 6 seconds from my austere gear, which I'm using every part of the buffalo, man, to make happen. All right, I'm gonna wait on to see if there's any kind of follow-up MB that's happening. There isn't, so I'm just gonna punch him 5%, call him off, get out Rama, and we are schmovin'. We are schmovin'. I'm going to wait for the little Taru to come back. With my staff and my auto refresh and the refresh from the red mage, I am only losing 1 MP per tick, and that is insane to me. Just having the summon out, amazing. It's like hashtag so good. I'm gonna sit back here for a little bit and maybe get 1 or 2 ticks of MP off. You guys really outdid yourselves as far as getting the community challenge met. I only set up the community challenge for a real human stream and got it set up like less than a couple of weeks ago. I mean, it just goes to show me how like how cursed my shit is. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. It was bringing on that kind of response. If you're new to the channel, basically, I'm gonna keep them off. Holding. The idea behind my theme stream challenges is that people can save up their points by consuming dopamine from my content, and then they can dump it into themed streams, which are typically very like they're basically like if Krungo made Manifest. They're a little cursed. They're endlessly entertaining from what people describe to me. They're very entertaining for me because I'm constantly giggling like an idiot as I'm setting up everything that's involved. And then we're gonna punch the individual. Not sure why he raging fists right away, but that's okay. Maybe he got a little bit excited. We're good. The glorious dopamine. I may never generate as much endorphins as people as I did the first time I did a hot tub stream. I mean, it's basically the planets aligned on that one, for sure. Where we had like the 144p 200 by 150 JPEG hot tub, and the kid like the rubber duck with like sunglasses and like golden chains around its neck floating around in there, and like the 20 cases of Red Bull on the side. Very happy with that one. Oh, and you can't forget my giant water boo balloons. I'm still shocked that something like that exists. But I never do the same thing twice. We've had hot tub stream 2s and whatnot. Okay, so he's casting, so I'm just gonna go for it. Or hit him. Woo! Cheer, Pappy, Spackle. Very good, they did the thing. Now I need to reapply, or get ready to reapply. And thunder to them. Even though we're going to be wasting a little bit of the end thunder with downtime, it's not like we're hurting for MP or anything like that. I might pull hate with this. Shockingly, did not pull hate with the Divine Sealed Cure 3. We love that for us. He says in creepy unison. But this is a good party, man. It's basically perfectly balanced, as all things should be. I've got that little knife from Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it was Guardians of the Galaxy, right? When they showed Thanos. When was Thanos showed for the first time? I don't fucking know where the Marvel Cinematic Universe is anymore. Is it even Marvel? It's not DC. I'm not like a superhero stan. All I know is that nobody can decide what platform Spider-Man should be on. Well, that's not true. It's PS5, but like it's some kind of, isn't it some kind of weird situation where Spider-Man is part of like the DC universe or something? He's part of the DC universe, but he's not owned by DC. And so that's why you have like DC universe games, but without Spider-Man in it, unless it's on the PS5. Isn't that the case? There's something fucked up with Spider-Man. What am I thinking of then, if not that? It's my right as an American to say things that are objectively wrong and then act like I've been right the whole time, and that your resistance is just you proving my point even harder. Marvel? No. No, that's no. Then what's DC? Like Superman? I think you're bazingaing me. Superman, yeah, but isn't Spider-Man part of that whole spider universe? Isn't it like a common thing for people to be like? Isn't it a common thing for people to be like, what if who would win, Spider-Man or Superman? Because they both have S sounds at the beginning of their names. Isn't that a thing? And then it's like, and then they're like, who would kiss harder, Harley Quinn or Poison Ivy? There's only one way to find out. Disney owns Marvel and now Fox. What does a small woodland animal have to do with it? Disney owns pretty much rights to all Marvel, except for Spider-Man and Fantastic Four. When was the last time you saw anything Fantastic Four, though? Why do PS5? Why does PS5 own Spider-Man though? That's the thing. Is that, I mean, I know that IPs go all over the place sometimes, but it's like Spider-Man. Why is Spider-Man its own IP that could just be exchanged like that? Sony owns the rights to make Spider-Man movie or games, so we'll never see anything Spider-Man related on Game Pass, I'm assuming. Man, that's a tangled web, chat, if I have to say. that's man, there's a lot of legs. A lot of legs on that one. You know? I'm trying to think of other spider puns, but there's not really any. Is the creator of Spider-Man still alive? Does he not get a say in this? Marvel sold those rights? Well, that's stupid. Why would they do that? That's dumb as hell. The new Spider-Man game is good, right? Because I'm still trying to validate my purchase of a PS5. I mean, it's cute that I have it, but like I really oversold the idea that I would be on it all the time to justify its acquisition. I mean, the closest thing would have been if I were to purchase the upgrade for Ghost of Tsushima, making it like 4K 60 frames per second. Which, if Ghost of Tsushima can do that, then I don't think that Starfield has an excuse. Final Fantasy 16, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Demon Souls. Demon Souls is honestly a great game. It's obviously a great game. Self-evidently a great game. It doesn't need me to defend it. I am absolutely happy that I had the opportunity, the exclusive opportunity, to play it on my PS5. I liked the cut of Final Fantasy 16's Jib, but I think it had too many fetch quests. Like it got me feeling a similar way to how Final Fantasy 14 did for a bit before they did apparently a series of revamps to make the game less I don't know, less willing to throw you around the map with no clear cause or reason. Like that whole buffet series of missions where you learn that the primals, I think they were called, right? The primals are a thing. They're mind controlling populations And you're one of the few people that can resist their siren calls, right? And so you gotta go out there, you gotta kill them, otherwise they're gonna cause the beastmen to fucking go crazy. Even more so than they are already. And then it's like 3 back-to-back missions of, hey, we know that there's like a world-ending crisis that's about to happen, but we need you stat to be like at the tip of the spear preparing this breakfast buffet on the beach. I know that there are literal gods being summoned into existence and mind flooding whole populations, but I need you to prepare the strawberry daiquiris, okay? Because it's not going to prepare itself. Same kind of like mental mouthfeel, like when you're playing Fallout 76 and you are maybe in your own estimation like a fine person, and then you are asked with no option to opt out to help a robot that has the personality of a raider set up a tower to literally summon more raiders and make things worse, and there's nothing you can do to not do that. If you want to progress the main quest, you have to help bring about the active worsening of everyone's lives in an already destitute and horrible situation. Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. Like, I mean, this is as sure as shit that makes me want to join the Garlean Empire. That's all I'm saying. Is the Garlean Empire really so bad if they have like refrigerators and like Mega Man buster guns on their arms and giant mechs? And if anything, they were bullied first. No bully. No bully. If you bully me, I'll build a giant robot. Don't make me do it. I'll do it. I'll do it, chat. My little baby is awake. So begins the series of her getting in my ass until the stream is over. My wife comes back on Sunday, question mark. I should know this, and yet I do not. But that's typically the time frame that she returns. So far, I've been pretty good about managing my diet. I have consumed cereal at the appropriate times, except for today where I had pizza for breakfast and again for lunch. And God is my witness, I'm going to have it again before I go to bed. And I also have like about 50,000 breadsticks that are just chilling in my fridge that need to be consumed. And I'm looking forward to that. If that was not self-evident. All right, we need to reapply Rolling Thunder next time we have an opportunity. AKA right now. Ghost of Tsushima, I did not complete, and that is a mistake. The game is good. The story is good. The atmosphere is good. Everything about it is good. I put it down for reasons that I cannot remember that had nothing to do with the quality of the game itself. And then when I came back to it, I was bad. I was bad at the video game. And so I was like, I don't have the wherewithal to rebuild all of my lost muscle memory. Got White Mage to 25. That's awesome. That's a huge utility boost. Invisible and Sneak at 25. I mean, Sneak I think is like 18. I think 17, 18, something like that. Nope, board is not up yet. I need to wait. It's probably already on your radar, but if you're a relatively new player, your next thing that you'll want to grab is warp. So getting Black Mage probably to 18 instead of 17, which is when you actually get warp. And the reason why is because if you want to take White Mage to 37, you can get Black Mage to 18. Then it's like it's a perfect like half-seas for your White Mage sub job, but it's only really required to have 17 for warp. And the warp scroll is so easy to get. Thankfully it's easy to get. Now let's get Frit out. And then if you're feeling really frisky, you can try to get Thief to 25 after that. I'm basically describing to you, he missed. I hate Ifrit. I'm basically describing to you what I did, like my path and getting as many utility items as possible online. I will say that this game is as much about time management as it is about effective communication with your compatriots. Anything that you can do to save time is going to save you so many hours in future. And unless you're experienced at the game, it's kind of hard to see that, really. But you can just take it from me, that if you have the basic food groups of getting around the world easy, is making sure that you're grabbing outposts literally whenever you can. Always check every Sunday to see what new outposts you may have unlocked, and make it a point, even if it's a pain to get out to whatever it is, make it a point to unlock the outposts for those areas by doing supply runs from your gate guards. That's a huge one, because if you're unlucky, you can end up in a situation where, like, if you're trying to unlock Zarkobard, which is all the way in bumfuck nowhere in the north, and your nation gets it, but then they don't get it for then they don't get it again for like 2 months, you're gonna feel pretty bad about not having picked it up earlier when you had the chance, which is easier said than done sometimes. So it's not the end of the world. I'm just saying grab them when you can. Then you do what you've already done, which is level White Mage to 25. If you're feeling very frisky, you can do the teleport scroll quests and unlock Dem and Mia and Hala. That way, if you're just sitting there, like, I don't know if you work from home or whatever, but you have the option of sitting in town in Juneau, which is like the main player hub, at least right now until Ottergon comes out. And people will shout all day long, I need teleport Mia, I need teleport Dem, I need teleport Hala. You invite them, and then they will pay you for teleporting. Typically for Mia, Hala, Dem, it's going to be about 1,000. I need to apply buffs to my team. I've been sitting at full MP for about 1,000 years, and that's a mistake. About an hour left in the as heads up. If it gets close and you want like me to rep myself, I can. And then I'm gonna get a Frit out so I can punch. But at the very least, you're going to want to go around and grab the main crags, because it's going to help you out a lot in future. Like Den, Mia, Hala are the basic ones. You just run up to the crystal that's associated with the crag, which is like the big white bony building that's in Kronstadt Highlands, Tarangi Canyon, and I should know this, Lathine Plateau. There's also a couple of crags that are similar. One is in the Yoder Jungle, which is in Kazam, which is a pain to get to for a while unless you get help. And if I'm on and I'm available, even if I'm streaming, literally ask me for help. I will help you out. All I care about is making sure that new players are onboarded into the game. The more players that are on here, the more jobs that everyone can invite, the better everyone off is. This game lives and dies by its community. Okay. Okay. You might be dying. Okay, that's about all I can do for him. Alright, the red mage is throwing in there. You can pay or do a quest to get the Kazan Pass, right? You can pay, but it's like 100,000 gil, which for a new player, it might as well be like 10 million. It's gonna take you a while until you're floating like 10,000 regularly. Unless you already are, in which case ignore me. Congratulations. It's often easier to just get a buddy. Just get a buddy that's pretty strong that can help you farm the keys. A lot of thieves that are 75 will typically also put themselves in a position to get something called Nana's Charm. And Nana's Charm gives them a boost to their treasure hunter ability, making them, until they get Assassin's Armlet, if they ever get Assassin's Armlet, makes them the most likely to help you out with getting the keys. I also think that they increased the drop rate of the keys. I don't know how long ago or if I'm just coping, but it is easy. It feels like it's easier than it used to be. So we covered White Mage, we covered getting the Crags, we covered Outposts. The last thing I would recommend to you to do is to get Thief to 25. And the only reason, the big reason, is getting Flee. Flee lets you run at double movement speed for 30 seconds, which does not sound like a lot. But if you only care about getting around town, it will save you some time. It's nice to be able to flee and just run from one end of the map to the other in half the time. That's at 25? Yes. And if you enjoy Thief enough and you get the Artifact Armor boots, it extends it from 30 seconds to 45. But that's really like, I don't know if I can properly justify to you to level Thief to 45 to past 60 just to be able to run very slightly faster. If you enjoy Bard or the idea of playing Bard, there's also the option of getting to 73 and unlocking something called Chocobo Mazurka, which is like Flee, except it lasts for 2 to 3 minutes and costs you nothing. Already got Thief 15, so I could quickly beast level it with a cherry band? Absolutely. If you party 3 times a week, burning a band charm, or sorry, burning a band use each time, you will probably get it within a week, I would say. It takes about as long to go from 1 to 51 as it does from 52 to... Sorry, from 1 to 50 as it does from 51 to 75. So you typically won't even notice a slowdown in how quickly you get... and how quickly you get levels until you're about 40, I would say. That's when you can really feel the experience creep start to set in. I need to do Rolling Thunder. I've been bad about it because I've been thinking about teaching. But that is not on you, that is on me. You got your Beastmaster to 50? I just saw that. That's awesome. Beastmaster and Summoner are 2 jobs that will allow you to do a lot of crazy stuff in this here video game. It's one of the only jobs that can basically like support itself or solo some BCNMs. So it goes a long way. Maybe I want... No, I need to reapply Histega. Now is not the time to be fancy as much as I would like to be. I was thinking about using Whispering Wind, which for Garuda is like a Kuraga 2. Except it doesn't generate any enmity, so it doesn't matter if the thief would be hit with it. But that's not the case, so all I have is my tears. I've actually been playing for a couple months, but not full time, and I had to learn from scratch at the start. Didn't know how the game even played, so getting the hang of things took a while. The game does not hold your hand at all. It is absolutely not afraid. to withhold information from you. It's like playing Dark Souls if Dark Souls universe had hundreds of NPCs and they all responded in a characteristic Dark Souls manner, where they say something cryptic and shitty and then laugh at the end of it, and then that's your quest starter. Okay, it's like you just talk to like a random NPC for something seemingly trivial. Like, for example, the NPC that you need to talk to get the warp scroll test or the warp scroll quest going, and he'll be looking at an engine or something in Metalworks, and the only thing that you have to go on to know that he has like a quest is him saying, "I'm working on this machine. I wish I had something to make it run smoother." And then literally says nothing else. Literally says nothing else. You're just supposed to know that what he wants is something specifically called a slime oil. So just imagine it is circa 2002, 2003, whatever. And nobody has any answers on anything yet. How many times do you think that new players had to trade or tried to trade literally anything? Anything that might even remotely resemble a solution to that character to try to get it moving. Crazy. I like that though. I'm a classic MMO gamer. Yeah, I'm just saying is that it's for some people it's a barrier for entry. As part of the reason why I'm trying to do a like a tutorial series is because I want to try to give something relatively recent to people who might otherwise overlook things like guides and stuff on Horizon 11 that, while good, some people do unfortunately brush aside certain guides and stuff because they're like, well, it's 8 months old, so it probably doesn't apply anymore, which is not true. Categorically, it's not true. At some point in the future, I'm going to upload a prettied up version of my tutorials. Ads are apparently starting soon. There's nothing I can do about it. They last 2 minutes on average. You can avoid ads by subbing, which is free with Amazon Prime. Otherwise, I'll see you in a couple minutes. Hey, Mono. How you doing, my friend? I hope your day is good. It's hump day, as they say. So we are a couple days away to not being socially and economically obligated to to make sure that our corporate overlords do better and better each and every year. So many tutorial videos that were off because they were based on the Wings private server and retail, of course. Yeah, it's hard to wade through the bulk too, to even know what's relevant, unless they specifically say Horizon 11 in the title, which for the most part most videos have been pretty good about. As are in progress right now. F. Alright, don't actually need to be healing. Rolling Thunder me. Summoner has been really satisfying. With magic bursting and whatnot, I could very easily see myself meriting with this job. I still need to figure out what I want to do for a damage dealing role. So up until now, I've been operating under the mindset that I want to I want to have a role ready in case anybody needs any particular role. So far, I have a tank, I have a puller / treasure hunter utility option in Thief, and I'm working on Summoner, which will allow me to do beast mastery things, but also make some specific strategies easier now and in future. So that leaves me with needing and wanting to have a healer role of some description, which red mage, white mage, whatever, and a damage dealer role. And the damage dealer question is perhaps the most difficult one for me. But I have to pick something eventually. But I don't have to worry about that until I get Summoner to 75. But I almost certainly will focus on getting Summoner up there. Having 6 seconds shaved off of a minute for blood packs seemed to me like it shouldn't have been a big deal. But it has made an enormous difference. In literally a literal 6-second difference in how quickly I can get my hands on the next thing needed for me to succeed. Punch. It's odd to me that Ifrit's punch, but not his double punch, does not do anything in this context. I can't... I tried to figure out some way that I could combo literally anything and have it end in either Penethrust or Raging Fists, and apparently all that it can give me is punch into Raging Fists. It just seems weird to me. Alright, let's get ready to apply Rolling Thunder yet again. But we should level. We should level by the time that we stop. If you guys are enjoying what you are experiencing through your ocular membrane, make sure to mash that follow button if you have not already. Make sure to follow me on the Tic Tacs and the Instant Grams. Yeah, that was a pretty heavy hitting. Need to get... Nope, not Titan. Nobody uses Titan. Pew pew, pew 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 pew. Pew pew pew. Hey kitten, how old are you? I mean, old enough to know that you shouldn't be asking ladies their age. Very insensitive. I'm 34, which is old enough to know that I'm decaying in real time and that there's nothing that I can do about it. Why do you ask? I'm still hip though. I'm like you guys. Hello, fellow kids. Tips my baseball cap to the side. I know it's funky fresh. And if you don't think that I'm funky fresh, then you should stop throwing shade on me, bro. May have to be back soon. I have an application demo being judged, and if I win, I have to talk. Oh. Alright, you can just let me know. You can just let us know. Who was that just spoke? The red mage? I might be able to carry. It's fine. He's still hop though? Let's just say hop. Damn, you a young kitten, huh? Where is this coming from? Are you drunk? Is this a ASL portion of the stream? Like, you could be drunk. I know that it sounded like I was coming at you. But I promise I wasn't. Congratulations. Not yet? Oh boy. Oh man. Yeah, so I still remember the first time that I got my first white hair, and I think it was because it was like on the razor's edge of the whole COVID epidemic where, you know, corporations weren't really sure whether to be full-on assholes and just keep everybody working in the office anyway. And so I was pretty stressed about the whole situation of dealing with the insanely infectious unknown disease. Right? And so I was looking in the mirror and I saw like this little white thing sticking out of my face. And I was like, what the hell is that? And my gut reaction was, I'm dying. Now I've got like 5 or 6. And if there's anything that Mother Nature is pretty good about, it's making sure that your descent into decay is not all at once. And that's like death by like 1,000 tiny white hairs. But I still got the gat for the Rizzler, you know? I still got them that Phantom tax. I'm so skibbity. Stoic should drink with Boa this Friday. All I have is 1/5 of a can of Mike's Harder lemonade, and I think that's it. I think I already drank the Angry Orchard that I have, so that means I would have to go outside. And then I would have to go through hell. What is hell, you ask, or you think aloud? Or you might whisper sussily to yourself, wrapped up in your blankie in the abject darkness. Hell is me going to an establishment, acquire alcohol, go to the front desk, have somebody who seems to be like in some stage of cold, coughing and wheezing all over the place because their corporation does not allow them to come to terms with the fact that they are mortal. and then they have to ask me for the ID, and then I'm gonna have to go outside and then set the alcohol down because I bought too much, and then I have to go back inside, hope nobody steals my alcohol, and then run the cart again, and then have to deal with the fact that the chip isn't working or isn't working in the way that's hoped, and it makes it think that you're working, but it's actually just not. It's just not doing it. So you have to try to do the tap, but like they're like, sorry, we don't do tap. And so you have to forcefully make it run like 3 times because you don't have tap, and you can't insert it because neither option is working because your card is a little bit too old, and then you have to gratuitously apologize to the cashier, who just does not give a shit either about what's happening in this current space, and is just like trying to make the world stop by not thinking about things too hard and trying to envision in themselves that they are just an NPC that's trying to make it on minimum wage, and then gets it instantly and forever berated online because they bought like 1 piece of avocado toast, and that somehow condemns them to not have nice things ever again.
Fan the flames, mold the metal. We are raising an army.
Hi, Bailey and friends. My name is Stoic.
Tortured.
And I'm a variety VTuber.
This man is more dangerous than he seems.
And I'm still working on my catchphrase and or PewDiePie noises. So you're just gonna have to settle with ooh woo. Oh whoa. I'm escalated now. You made me escalated. I've completely forgotten about my basic responsibilities to my team. I don't know how long they've been without Rama. I just assumed that I've been doing the right thing. I've been letting my muscle memory take over. What have you been saying to me? She was asking Stoic because I mentioned that your challenge was complete. We could try to set up something for Friday.
Emotional damage.
I can see myself fucking with that. Since I unlocked the challenge, I wasted the punch. I wasted my fist. I fisted when I should have withheld my fist. I'm just too eager to fist. Why did we stop? Why are things not dying? Okay. So I could. Well, I'm streaming tomorrow too. I mean, fuck. I'd have to see. Maybe there's enough. There should be enough time. There should be enough time for me to acquire alcohol, and then we could possibly make something happen on Friday. No, I can't do anything on Friday. I can't do anything on Friday. I'm gonna disappoint you. I can't do anything on Friday. I'm gonna be doing Dynamis, which is like a special endgame hyper difficult event that requires a metric butt ton of people, and I'm like one of the 2 or 3 tanks that can participate and knows their job well enough to not die immediately. So I can still drink. It's just I can't drink with you. You know, it's not you, it's me. It's one of those. Does that make you feel better if I say that it's not you, it's me? Sorry about it. Like, I'll be with you, I just won't be with you. Escalate these nuts. I'm gonna get drunk if I have to keep listening to this story. I mean, is that necessarily a bad thing? Since your robot would be uwu and binary. I mean, uwu and binary would sound like... Hang on, let me see if I can do this right. In my native tongue, that's how you uwu. That's not very pog of you, kitten. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a very busy guy. Okay, I can't just nonchalantly throw my responsibilities to the wind just because you want to get crunk. All right. I have needs. The people that are depending on me have needs. It's just a series of needs weaving with needs. You know? I'm sure that, I mean, you just have to get with my agent. Just get with my agent. They understand what I am capable of and what I'm not. They'll be able to tell you. They got a whole physical book like it's the early 2000s for tracking meetings. It's a little bit neurotic, but I respect it. She's got lots of those little color tabs that tell her like what goes on what day of the week and what time. I just go where she tells me. I mean, I'll run it by her and then she can, you know, I'm sure that she has your contact information. If you could send her your business email, we can hash something out. I'm not promising anything except that you'll continue to be the best. Looks in the camera and does a little winky face and like a side smile, like a smirky Dundary smile to let you know what's up, like something that's a little cheeky but not too forward. You're gonna make Daddy crossed. Who is Daddy? You? Is this a meme? Where it's like, it's some kind of meme that I'm not privy to. Because it's totally within your MO, your modus operandi to call people kitten just to do it. But if it's a words, if it's a meme, I should probably know. I'm Discord Daddy, I guess. Starlight or Chivalry? Chivalry, literally whenever it's up. And Starlight when it's not. Are you in my chat? Did you hear my answer? I'm assuming you're in my chat. Okay. The reason why is because Chivalry is on like either a 10 to 15 minute cooldown. I don't remember. I should remember that, but I just don't. And it converts 100 of your, or all of your TP into a scaling amount of MP. So it's basically the amount of MP that you would get from doing Starlight, multiply it by 5 to 10 times, and that's how much you get back from Starlight. Moonlight does the same thing as Starlight, it just it does it to the team. So if you're feeling very on top of it, you can purposefully try to keep or ask the healers or whatever the mages are to stay within like 20 of you, I think, either 20 or 18. And then you'll be able to hit them with Moonlight, and it's literally free MP for them. It's like a resting tick worth of MP. I can't believe Robro hates his Discord Daddy. I I will allow the kitten part of this equation. I don't know if I can fuck with you being my Discord daddy. I feel like that crosses some kind of psychological line for the both of us that we honestly should not touch or get near. If you're still here, Bailey, I hope your stream went well. What were you doing? Was it more Fatal Frame? I noticed that you're into spooky games in general. A game that you might like and are probably already aware of is Siren, the Siren series for the PS2. I'ma just cry. Boa, can you do me a huge favor? I don't need it in anything special, but if you could possibly fill a container, like a small container with your tears, because not a lot gets me off, but Human Misery congealed into the salty watery mix is really, like, it gets me there pretty fast. Your gamer girl tears? Yeah. I know of Siren, but never played it. It's on my list, so I'm going to take a small break. I feel you. Siren is pretty intense, just like camping. But it's different from other survival horrors in that its whole mechanic is being able to see from the standpoint, like a first-person mode of the monsters that do be walking around trying to kill you. This is as bad as last night. You have to be more specific. I do a lot of shit on a nightly basis. I frankly just do not remember. What did I do to you? Cry glitter? Yes. Not the bathwater. I know a girl who sold her farts. Weird people out there. Yes. I should get into that market. It seems like it's just free real estate. I'm sure there's a buyer out there for real robot farts. I would not put it past certain individuals. Yeah, robot farts, yeah. We also do it. Like, we have to keep up appearances. You may not like it, but this is what peak fart culture looks like. You sell them in a floppy disk. I am shocked you know what a floppy disk is. I mean, that said, I don't know how old you are, but floppy disk typically is not at like the forefront of like most people's like computer knowledge. How old do you think I am? I don't know now. I thought you were like 25. I will dive into it head first, Evil. I thought you were like 25. Oh, you're so sweet. 52? the opposite end. Now I'm getting into 29. You say 69? God damn. 29. Yeah, but still, like, floppy disks are I don't know. I'm just gonna drop it. My instinct is telling me to drop it, and I listen when it tells me stuff, because my instinct is also what helped me through the life comes at you fast period of my life, where I was expelled from a Christian private school and may or may not be Satan himself, according to the principal, whose school closed down 6 months after and his wife died, apparently for crossing me. I didn't do it. I'm just saying is that it was a sequence of events that ended like that. You love bringing that up just because I mean, I've only brought it up like a couple times. But it's also one of the few stories that I have that consists of something almost unexplainable happening, like a series of events that are each in their own ways uniquely fucked up. I mean, the only other story that I have that's on that level is deflecting a broken PVC pipe with my knuckles. Congratulations. That was thrown at me like a javelin because one of the kids who I thought was my friend saw me pick up a clearly abandoned Nerf dart, tear it, and then he shouted, "That's not yours," and proceeded to launch, broken PVC pipes, like for construction. Like, we would go behind the school, and because we were bored and had no other means of venting that was healthy, we would just break abandoned PVC pipes all the time. Well, we just go behind the school and just break PVC pipes, and that was like our stress relief. My man's picked up a PVC pipe and threw it at me like a javelin. They deflected it like Master Chief did in the first book. The first of the Halo series books. He deflected the missile. That was basically like me, except there was a lot more blood involved. If I didn't do that, if I didn't have crazy video gamer reaction times, I'd be fucking dead. You would have to be watching an entirely different streamer. I still remember the lady principal running out shouting, "I'm a nurse, I'm a nurse." Woo, we got 55. We got 55. Let's go. Bing, 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 bing. Chaos. Interesting suck. I was also expelled from Christian private school. Nothing bad happened to anyone else involved. Well, that's because you're not Satan. You're the mechanic on board our submarine. Kindergarten was the first Mac and organ trial. Yeah. I mean, I'm a lot more, I know it doesn't appear this way, but I'm a lot more stable than I was when I was younger. According to my mother, I would try to make it a point of blitzing outside naked, streaking to see how far I could run away from the house before my parents caught up to me. And they tried to install a child lock on the door, but it was not sufficient. I was smart enough that I was smart enough to be able to not get stopped by the child lock. And all it did was slow me down, so it maybe bought them like 4 extra seconds of time before I was out naked, prowling the streets. Yeah, I'm kind of, I would say not close with my mother per se. Unfortunately, and I won't go on about this too long, but I understand why she does it, and that I am there for her no matter what. But my family is more or less fractured along about 50 different fault lines. Okay. So my mother, perfectly understandably, because of the Stoic philosophy that I practice that is suited to helping people through difficult situations, uses me kind of like her counselor or her psychiatrist, which I understand, and like I said, I am there for her, but it do be emotionally taxing. So I do have a close relationship with her, and that she is very open with me, but conversations with her do not naturally end within a reasonable amount of time. It's like booking a psychology appointment, except I'm the psychiatrist. So it's basically like a guaranteed 1 to 1.5 hours of helping her emotionally decompress until the next time that it's 1 to 2 hours of emotional decompression. So she's a time vampire? Yes, but she does not mean to be. Let's see. We need to reapply haste, and then I need to remember where I am on my time schedule. 15 minutes is good. Nope, I did not mean to uncast her. That sucks for me. I guess I get Ifrit out instead. I had floppy disks in elementary school still. No, you're good. You are totally fine. I do not mind talking about it at all. You're not hitting some kind of like painful note for me. It's just something that's happening. It is okay. In fact, you should ask me personal questions. Hopefully nothing that will trick me into doxing myself. But I am part of the reason why I am here on this here platform is not only to deliver unto you, my viewers, pogs like you've never seen before or will experience again, typically through a combination of a spooky cooperative underwater adventure game and a game, an MMO that's old enough to drink and enlist, but it's also to talk about the real shit, the stuff that's difficult to parse. Also, Rowdy Cajun, I don't know if you're still here. I think I was on some kind of like tirade. I really appreciate you following. Thank you for that. I'm here to talk about the stuff that's hard. A lot of people go on to Twitch, understandably, for entertainment. But life is also very difficult, and I try to be that person that you can just anonymously ask me questions to maybe have a chance of me saying something that could improve your quality of life, and have me mostly arguably succeed doing that. Say something stoic. Reflect that things that are happening today have happened before, just with different actors, either in our present time or in the past. And just try to, when things that are difficult are happening to you, try to call yourself to yourself in that moment. Realize that you're not the only one that experienced something that difficult before. That you also are going to reach a point at some time in the future where you are fine or mostly fine, even if it's something that's chronic, even if it's something that's painful. The part of you that calls itself me is separate from the skin and the meat and the bones that happen to surround you right now. People have overcome what you have overcome in the past. You also will overcome it. The events might be slightly different, but the general takeaways are the same. Here's to hoping that made sense as I'm winding down from a workday straight into a streaming session. But it's the sort of thing that I would tell myself when I'm going through tough situations. Is that I am not alone by virtue that my role models also experienced this stuff, and they saw it as an opportunity to draw something constructive out of it. And so I should too. It's what helped get me through this class in college, where without me even knowing, my ex-girlfriend was going to be a part of it, and she was seated literally 2 seats away from me. People have been in that position before, so all I can do is just try to make the most of it, turn it into something constructive. And then when she's not looking, I will fart on her backpack. It's about the most stoic thing that you could possibly do. That you could possibly do. You know, I will see her put her backpack in the cubby at the cafeteria, and then I would just Really lay a stinky one into it. That's not true. I'm making that up, but can you imagine? Imagine dragons. These nuts. Have you guys ever heard of Ligma? I fucked up the joke. I don't remember where the joke is anymore. Did you know that Steve Jobs invented Ligma? The joke is in there somewhere. I've lost it. Let's get it Fred back out. I've been toying with the idea with all the time that I don't have of streaming World of Horror, which is like a Cthulhu inspired turn-based RPG with a Junji Ito art style. Not sponsored, but it is 25% off on Steam. It's something that's been on my radar for a while, but I just had between Baldur's Gate 3 and Final Fantasy 11 and Barotrauma, I don't know where I'd be able to squeeze the time. He says as he reinstalled Warhammer 40,000 Darktide not even a couple days ago. But in that game, you can finish rounds in about, I don't know, 30 minutes. Squeeze, so true. We do love squeezing. I need to press a button. There we go. All right, now he should do the thing. God damn, that was a lot of damage, dude. What the fuck? Mad Fats is the name of the legendary hero that's running by us. Probably the funniest name that I've ever seen in this video game is Tater Thought for a Tarataro. I haven't seen big fart buckets in a while, the Mithra that used to hang out outside of Selbina. I hope they're doing good. My cousins and I have been playing Darktide again. Egon was also talking about getting into it. I haven't like come up with a time frame to play with him, so maybe it's something that we could line up and do together. I do know that you have like 8,000 cousins though, so maybe you have like a full team already. In which case, don't mind me. One of them insists on getting us killed routinely. Do you mean like on purpose, accidentally, or both? Because there's a clear distinction between trying to take on way too much at once and going over and giving the demon host a quick slap on the booty cheek as you run by. The question is whether Game Pass will allow people on Steam to play. I don't know if they changed it, but from my last knowledge, they don't. Are they on Game Pass? Because I have Game Pass. Like they're doing, I don't know if it's just for me or what. But I renewed my Game Pass for 2 weeks for $1. So it may be the same case for Egon, in which case it's as simple as renewing for 2 weeks for $1. Because what's the likelihood of you playing for more than 2 weeks anyway? Like if you're playing it repeatedly, aggressively. Not every game except maybe like MMOs and Baldur's Gate 3 would you just sit there and play it day in and day out whenever you have the opportunity. What is this song? Oh, it's one of the new ones. All the music that you hear and probably will ever hear on my channel is under a publisher called Game Chops. Game Chops works with very talented remixers. This is not an ad, by the way. It's free if you have Spotify, but that's also like saying games are free on Game Pass, but you still pay the $10 a month or whatever it is. They work with game publishers to secure the rights for remixers to remix typically popular video game music, and then they allow you via your Spotify service to stream said music without having to worry about DMCA claims or copyright strikes or content ID matches or anything. It's very high quality music. I don't think I've heard a single track really that out of any of the albums that have really not been something I vibed with. They constantly release music. Like, I can check maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks at most, and see something new in there, like a new album. A lot of it is lo-fi. Some of it is BPM, but a good portion of it is lo-fi. It's like, so they clearly have some kind of niche or house style if you want to get that way about it. It's like a 70-30 split, 70% Wi-Fi, or sorry, not Wi-Fi, lo-fi, 70% Li-Fi. My brain is imploding. I'm bloated. My brain bloated. 70% lo-fi, 30% BPM. Electronic BPM, I guess, if you had to put a name to it. Rest MP? No, I would rather die. I'll rest MP when I'm dead. Why would I rest when I have auto refresh and refresh? And I'm always doing something. Listen to what you're saying. The nice thing about Game Pass is a selection. We all get our money's worth eventually. Yeah. It also gives you the opportunity to try games that you otherwise wouldn't touch because of the $40, $50, $60, $70 investment. I don't think my likelihood of buying Starfield would have been very high in general, because I'm naturally suspicious of anything to come out of Bethesda, period. See, I already have to get up. I have to get up because I have to throw a punch out. After the thing that was Fallout 76 and Starfield being like the next project, I just expected it was going to be shit. I'm going to be honest with you. And it wasn't shit. It was fine. It was fine and good. But I would have never found that out unless it wasn't, like, if it wasn't on Game Pass, I would have never played it. What would have happened is that I would have just been like, oh, it's fine, and then continue playing Final Fantasy XI. Sounds cool for streaming, and game music is awesome. Good. Is it loud enough? Like, is it at a comfortable level for you, or are you straining to hear it? Because it's been a fight for me every day to figure out like a good static audio level for the music. And I think I've just about found it, but I am also biased. You know, people that typically work hard on the things they care about have a bias where they're more inclined to think that it's better than it is, or they're like relentlessly critical of it, but I'm not sure. This level is perfect, so it's good because it can hear the game too. Okay, so 32% is apparently the golden number. With the Activision Blizzard acquisition, Game Pass is probably going to get very big. I can imagine. I sure as hell hope that they're able to course correct for Activision Blizzarding. Blizzard used to be a household name for quality. It's been a pretty fucking long time since that's been the case. I think it's pretty safe to say that the last game that came out of Blizzard that people could feel pretty good about was Overwatch 1 or StarCraft 2. I think that Overwatch 1 came after StarCraft 2. That's where I'm not sure. With Bobby Kotick sailing away on a platinum parachute, I can only hope that because he was just so wildly toxic, just as not like overtly out loud, but just as a person, like as a person, he just sucks. Okay. That the top down effect of the person that just sucks as a personality is gone, that it's going to have a positive knock-on effect on the rest of the organization. I don't put a lot of stock into how CEOs behave, but as far as CEOs go, the CEO of Xbox seems fine. CEOs are going to CEO, but he seems fine. Which is a massive fucking compliment. We'll wonder what Microsoft has planned for it. I'm assuming what you would expect. I'm getting massive frame lag, and I don't know from what, and that should not be happening. Okay, that was strange. It's now back up to 60 frames. I don't know what that was. I'm getting R0s. I dropped frames. That's very concerning. Maybe it was the game. Hopefully it was just the game. I'm going to presume that it was just the game. Because I'm not going to allow any other train of thought to enter my brain. Because it will be the closest to irritated that I felt in a long time. Probably what you would expect. They've already veiled, and like they've dropped veiled hints that there is going to be Diablo 4 and Call of Duty and stuff on Game Pass. I would imagine that StarCraft 2 and the original StarCraft and things like that, we can be done unless someone is close. I can't imagine a reason why they wouldn't want to put those games on Game Pass. Alrighty. Everyone did really good. This was a great party. Lot on whatever you'd like. Hope to party with you again. You did great, Tant. Okay, instead of watching me run home, I'm going to find another individual to send you off to. Next stream is going to be literally tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, your regional equivalent. We're going to be playing Barotrauma, which is a spooky underwater cooperative adventure where we try not to die to abyssal hell creatures or getting crushed to death by water. Very entertaining, highly recommended. I know that it's like, well, you're my dad, so you have to say you love me. I'm not just saying this. It is a good time. People enjoy it. Let's send you over to Tiarna. Tiarna is a wonderful individual, does a lot of variety. She has herself listed as playing Final Fantasy XI, but she says Eorzea, so I feel like she miscategorized her game. Microsoft plans to integrate every possible IP into its Game Pass as it can, because there's no other way to make gaming profitable. To use new IPs and try to start turning out titles. They'll probably want EA games, lots of dead IPs sitting on a shelf there. I could see that. EA is probably the natural next step. I need to fucking stop talking. All right, I'm gonna raid you guys out. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow at 7. Say hi to Silverpaw for me. Even if you don't know who she is, even if you don't care, even if you just say hi and then peace out. It is free to be nice. If you enjoyed this and you're still here, press the follow button. It's free to you. Helps me out. See you tomorrow. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. I'm gonna press the button now. Bye. See you later. Bye. Take care. Bye.